gonna play because it's not set. Hey, good morning, good morning, happy Friday, everybody. 7 o'clock.
No, no intro, just
I
Tom and
know.
I.
You know what? I
What are we
gotta
gonna
get.
do? Well,
I gotta get the
mods,
intro
you're
going.
slacking. You gotta learn how to do it. You have to learn how to do it.
I know. There's a actually. I should. I if I use the stream before, it's already set in that.
Right,
So
right. I just wanted to tell you, Tom, great job the other day, bro.
no,
I
both
don't
of
think.
us, dude. It
uh,
takes. That was a two-person job, my friend. We
All
did some
right,
heavy lifting. Because
that was good. Good stuff.
listen, we did good. We nailed it. I think.
Oh my goodness, man.
I don't think we could have done better.
No, you got Turtle Boy on there. You had Richie on there. You had Bradle on there. It was
Oof.
good, man. And then CNN covered it, and then the AP Newswire covered it, and then to you, I'll tip my hat to you. That Trump Tower thing in Hanson just went national.
Yep. Remember
And
that? The other day. It's going.
Tom and I talked about it. I said, I don't think we should go politics. I'm gonna back off this one just because of
It,
certain things.
yeah.
And then Tom's like, okay. Then I saw on the news, and the people that were there, it was rowdy.
Oh, they were all
It
in
was
them people.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then it just went national.
I I don't know if you could compare the Trump people who are very devoted and the Karen Reed people who are very devoted. I don't think you can compare the two
No,
because
no.
it's we seem to have the more loving people versus the louder people. Not that they're not loving and not that
Right,
they're not loud. It's just we
right.
get the louder loving people versus the loud loving people.
Well, people get fired
Yeah.
up over injustice and politics.
Well, listen,
You
they're
know,
connected. They are absolutely connected, and that's kind of why we're here. It's even to open people's eyes so they can maybe
uh,
look at their town. It might all politics
ah,
is local.
yeah,
At
good
least
point.
it helps them with them. So even if they feel more comfortable in their town, that the money's going for the schools, going for the fire, going for the police, going where it's supposed to. Maybe people are gonna start looking like, listen, why are we spending $4 million on a school and 100,000 on summer school projects? Like,
Yeah, I know.
what's up with that? Why is
Yeah,
there not more money spent on summer school? Oh, we don't have the
yeah,
facilities. Great. Show me the facilities. Show me all the new high schools that just got built. Show me the after school programs. Show me the summer programs. And you're going
yeah,
to say zero because they have no money because they have a new school. Looks
yeah.
great. Because
When
that
I was
town has it.
when I was going to school, if you stayed after for an after school program, there was buses there to drive you home afterwards. I don't think
Always.
that
Always a late bus. Remember?
right. Yeah, there was
Right?
always a late bus, and that bus driver would take you to north of your school,
Closer to
south of your
your house,
school.
too.
Right,
Sometimes, right?
right. It was crazy. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go play hoop, or I'm gonna stay after and get some extra credit, or whatever. And then there'd be a late bus.
So
I don't
again,
know. Do they do that still?
probably not.
I don't know,
I
man.
don't. Maybe I don't know. But again,
Well,
Mike,
they should. They
all
should.
all politics is local because just that thing we just talked about with the schools, right?
Right. Right.
School committee people they have to run to be elected. You're automatically in the middle of politics. You can't get around life without politics. You can't
Right. No, you're right.
go up to your
You're right.
boss and say, "I'm giving myself a raise."
Right. I
There's
guess my point was
not
being though
democracy there.
for our show we just can't be pro
Oh no,
Republican
we
pro right.
we I bring
You
it
know
up
what I'm
just to
saying?
prove a point and to show the differences and similarities sometimes. I'm
Right.
not it's not we're not
But
this,
I
this
just
isn't
just
about that.
to
This is
your
about
point though,
getting right, you know?
this movement with the towers started in Hanson, Massachusetts, and you wanted to cover the story
Mike,
and how it's gone national.
let me tell you a story.
What's up?
I'll introduce you to this guy soon because this guy
Okay.
is freaking awesome. I'm not going to use his name, but he's had a lot of standouts. He has access to the same projector, Michael.
Oh no.
We were going to go and hit Boston with the free Karen Reed one.
This
We're
is
gonna
we talk.
This is
Yeah.
prior.
Yeah.
This is before
Okay.
we did it on the water tower.
Oh
We're
my
gonna
gosh.
do the Prudential, the John Hancock. We're gonna do the gas tanks. We're
Right.
gonna go to City Hall in Boston and project all around. Free Karen Reed. Take a picture.
All right.
Go to the next spot. Project it. Focus it. Make it bigger. Whatever. take a picture. I have an inverter. So you plug it into the cigarette lighter in the car.
Yeah.
You get electricity. There's your projector. Let's go. Boom.
Well,
So
hey, you know what?
we're going to drive around and project that around all different places, and then just
Okay.
post pictures up. So that idea was we had that. I would say about a year. Was it a year ago? Maybe a year ago. Me and this other guy who's just a stellar person. Stellar.
Oh, good. Introduce me sometime.
You know who knows him? Is Trisha. Trisha knows who I'm talking about. It's Trisha's friend who has a knee brace. So,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Awesome guy. Awesome guy.
Well, anyways, the Brandy Churchill interview with Turtle Boy last night.
Ooh.
Man, like we were talking before we came on, and like I was like, you know what? I've never really heard it all in one 2 hour span of what actually happened.
Well, how about the whole story? You're from beginning to end. How about that?
Well, according to you, I don't think I've heard it all, and you're saying there's more to it. And I actually just paused it before I came up here, but you got to give it a watch. You haven't watched it yet. It is 13.
Dude, you get no deeper than that.
It was bad. Not the show. The show wasn't bad, but the setup was fucking horrible. The way he got set up
from day one,
they fucked with him so hard,
just like they did with Karen.
Yep. It was bad. It was so unnecessary. I don't know. I just watch it. I'm not gonna talk. We don't have to talk too much about it, but man,
no, Mike. That needs to be talked about.
Even Turtle Boy said it felt good to talk about it like that because he just went, bleh. He just let it all out, all of it out.
I don't think enough can be said about how hard that had to be for him to come out and just tell the whole story. I mean, just think about that, right? And he didn't leave much out.
Okay.
Like he was very like there's no gray area. You know what happened and why what did happen happened.
She asked some great questions. Questions.
Brandy, listen, I've been a fan of Brandy from day one.
All right.
From when she was doing the podcast, man, I would just wait for her next one to drop because I think she's brilliant. She's she's just like Melanie, who's just brilliant in her way. She's like Bedro in his way. Again, Mike. Again, I try. We're blessed to have these people on our side. Can you imagine Brandy against us?
No.
How about Brado? How about Tim Brady?
No.
None of them, right?
Right.
But yet here we are, right? We have access to all these amazing people, right?
Right.
And Brandy, right? She lives in Florida or somewhere down south, like Georgia or Alabama, like way down. Like she lives not around here.
Yeah.
So
you all.
And she's just as vested as anybody.
Yeah, she's passionate. And
she gets it.
She got the scoop, man. She got the story.
She got it. And not only did she ask the right questions, but she asked the freaking hard ones, Mike.
Yeah. And he answered them.
Straight up.
He answered them. And he told the truth. Like you tell it's coming from his gut, his heart. The whole story, how he met Meredith. How he walked into courtrooms and thought he was going away.
What a freaking sent from God angel, Tom. Right here you go. You've done you've done this. There you go. You're all set now. Go.
The best thing he said to me, it really hit home, was like, I had to hit rock bottom first.
Oh yeah. That hit so hard to me because I know exactly what he meant. Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
Everybody understands that.
No
at
doubt.
Some point, at one level of your life, you understand whether you're failing school or whatever it might be in your life. You feel like you hit rock bottom. And that to me was a tell. So yeah.
And it's funny. I was thinking at that point, like and even he said something, made a comment about that, like everything was falling apart. It wasn't just one part or this or it was all crashing. And
marriage, everything at home, and then Jen Duso, and then Lindsay, and then KP.
Yep, sniping that all the time.
Mello, Tully, they all just teamed up on him. I won't,
Mike, for telling the truth. All he did was tell the truth. Mike.
Yeah.
Some people may not like how it sounds, how it comes across, the tone, whatever you want to do it. It's the truth. And everything he said last night, he's got receipts for.
Right. And then the other thing he said that I thought was really interesting, and I tip my cap to him, is that he was imagine what Karen Reed's going through.
Oh my, the whole time.
You know,
Yep.
imagine what. And so just think about that, what he just went through. But imagine what Karen Reed is going through. I'm like, oh Jesus, you're right, man. You're
And
right. You're right.
not just that, right? So he's dealing
Yeah.
with all that, right? And all of a sudden he gets this angel dropped on his lap, right?
Yeah.
Like, how do you even handle that in the middle of dealing with all the other stuff? Like,
Yeah.
that's a whole different story, right? So she's got to be like a double angel just to accept half of it, right?
How do you love somebody, right? When you're getting that beat down, how do you turn it around and try to love somebody back that's giving you all that love? You know what I mean? To be open minded and try to trust somebody again. And obviously, Meredith is a great person, and he obviously trusts her, and you know they've come a long way. But being that beaten down and being so manipulated to open your mind up and be able to love somebody again, it's pretty cool.
Think of the trust that he didn't have.
Oh my gosh! Right?
Yeah. Whew.
Hey, we've all been through it. We've all been through some bad relationships.
Hey, in the same time, everyone's freaking yipping at you. Hey,
Oh yeah,
hey, did this. So life goes on top of all that stuff.
I know. And you get these kids you brought into it, like that was how, you know, pulled on some tears. I was like, man, this fucking guy, man. And he's still going.
Mike.
He ain't got no quit, man.
He stayed strong, right?
He did, bro.
And he kept going, and he did the right thing, and the right thing happened. God's a funny guy, isn't he?
He is. He's a funny dude. He'll give you. My mother said this to me. God will only give you what you can handle. Some of us can handle more than others, and he can handle a shitload. A shitload, people. Because I don't know if I could have done it. Honestly, I don't know if I could have done it.
How doesn't he snap, right? How does Karen Reed not snap every freaking day she wakes up and she's like, I'm getting screwed. I didn't do it.
That's right.
Right. Like,
I don't get it, man. You know?
And you know, I think all of us, right? I think we all kind of see that point. Like, we could just wake up and say, hey, you know, I didn't do that. And it could even be like at work. If something's missing and you're on a list and you know you didn't steal it, so you're not worried about it, but now everyone's coming at you going, you stole it. You're like, wait a minute. No. So
yeah, I'm not that type of person. Yeah, that's not my character DNA. Like, you know, I don't do that kind of thing. But people will say what they want just to bring you down, man. And it's just crazy to me that not a conspiracy, because it's the truth, that these people would actually go after him like that for telling the truth.
Mike, think about it, right?
There's some sick individuals out there, man.
Again, right? Look at our side versus their side.
Right.
Look, they've done nothing but lie. They've even lied on the stand.
That's the other thing I wanted to talk about.
And yet we're trying to just tell the truth, and just by like, hey, can you listen to this? Boom, no, go to jail.
Right. Even with the best attorneys, you know, they have a person that's saying one thing, and the other thing I learned today too, this morning actually when I was watching it, is that on a DV incident, it's the first person that reports it.
Yeah.
That actually has the advantage. And I didn't know anything about that stuff, but he was right. He's like,
that's true. You don't publicly say that stuff though.
Oh, I don't know. I'm sorry, man.
No, you just don't, because usually the person that goes is the person that needs to go. Usually, and
right.
That's the reason for the whole. And the thing is in that law it says you must, not shall, not may. You must arrest, whether it's male or female is irrelevant. The opposite person must get arrested. It's law.
Okay. Wow.
And cops are pretty, stringent about that type of stuff. Themselves. Oh, yeah. If they don't, they lose their job on that one. That's a no-brainer. You're gone. The police union won't accept that.
Hey, Toots, thanks for the membership.
Very much, Toots. And I see her all over too. Thank you for being there for all of us.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, great chat the other day too, man. Wow.
So listen, let's go back to how we worked the other day.
Okay.
I gotta figure out something with the earpiece with because I can't hear you sometimes.
Well,
When
we'll figure it.
I got people and this noise and there's
Oh yeah.
people
Oh, yeah.
yelling and there's a lot going on. So sometimes I can't hear you in
Mhm.
the chat. If I'm able to see it, I only see like 2 or 3 lines, and then it'll skip like 6 lines, and I only see 2 or 3,
Mm.
and then it'll skip like 2. So I can't really keep track of chat. So it was really nice that you were on the other end
Oh
being
yeah.
able to see the chat, and I
Right.
was able to get something.
All right.
So,
That's
in
cool.
in the
Thanks, man.
future, if there's anything like that, the chat just needs to ask you,
Yeah. Okay.
and you yell at me because
Yeah.
getting a question to me through chat is really hard.
Yeah. They
And
were telling me to
purpose.
like another good point was that they were telling me to minimize my picture and have a full picture of yours at during the interviews, which was
Yep.
huge because you
Well,
don't want to see my
we
face, but
again, we had to until we were there. We didn't know. We figured it
that's
out.
right. The chat told us. It was
Check
nice.
off the list. Figured that one
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Um,
Turtle Boy is Boston strong. That's right. He is, man. I'll give you that. I'll give you that, man. And Brandy, great questions because she put the whole timeline together. I think she's a timeline freak. Like she just goes, she'll put it right in numerical order or date order, and she just went right from like the fall right through the whole thing. And it was like, okay, I remember this. I remember this. I remember this. I remember this. And it was awesome, man. So kudos to her. I don't mean to jump around here, but yeah. So
no, she's Mike. I'm a huge Brandy fan. She's did an awesome job with that interview last night. And Mike, think of the content and how to work around it,
right, right. I
especially
know,
talking to a female.
right. Oh, I know.
Work around that, right?
I know. And he kept it as clean as he could. There was
And,
some stuff. There's some stuff he just couldn't keep clean. He had to say it. So I was like, all right.
and again, right? Like Sleuthy Goosey is at looking at all the details. Brandy is so good at putting things in a time and space, in a time.
Right.
That's her thing, and she does it so freaking good, guy.
Right.
Microdots. His niche is the video part of it. I think he has
Right.
that part to unlock, right?
Oh yeah.
Aiden's got the reporting part down. So
Yep.
we have our own little, like a little microcosm of just different talents.
Yep.
The talent, Mike, the talent we have.
Oh, we're blessed. We're blessed. Yeah, it was a
So
good show. Yeah, that was a good and then Tuesdays, was it Tuesday or Wednesday? We were at the courthouse. What day was that? Wednesday?
it was Wednesday.
Tuesday. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Man, so listen,
That was,
next time, just
yeah.
have the chat, get you the questions, and then you
Okay.
get to me. Okay. But as for what was said on the stairs,
I saw your video clips on the YouTube channel.
yeah.
That was kind of cool, man.
I was gonna see if I could pull some of that up here.
Yeah, good. That was good
Um,
stuff, man. I was like, oh, some of the speeches were great.
They're 1 minute clips.
Yeah.
Uh,
So you're learning too. I like
Yeah.
that. I like that.
So this weekend, what we got coming up, Mike?
Me personally,
Well,
I
anything going on? Because I know something's going on in Canton this weekend.
yeah, there's like a Halloween march.
There sure is. When is that, Mike?
I think it's Saturday night.
No,
Am I right? So, I want to guess.
I got that information last night. I got it.
All right.
had
I
it
think
all.
John Camo has been kind of pushing it, but there's I know there's a trunk or treat in Canton at the high school, but I don't know like where everybody's meeting for this walk, so to speak.
It's tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow at 1:00.
Right. In the afternoon. Okay. All right.
I'm thinking, Mike, we do members only tomorrow.
All right. Yeah, that'll be fun. Yeah, it's gonna be a little cool tomorrow, Tom. Dress warm, all right? I don't know what you're wearing, but I'll be here.
I'll be
I'll
warm.
be right here. I'll be right here. Don't worry.
I'll be warm.
I can't imagine what you're gonna wear. No one's. I'm not. You don't have to tell me, but I hope it's good. Hope it's good. I wonder how many people are gonna show up.
Members only tomorrow.
No, I'm talking about for the walk.
Yeah, I'm. Mike, I think
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a good turnout tomorrow.
So, do you know where everybody's meeting? Do you have the information there in front of you?
I don't have it. I'm looking for it right now. It
All
got
right.
sent to me last night. I had to almost wake someone up to get it.
Yeah, if you get someone in the chat has it, maybe they
Yeah.
can throw it up there.
Oh, I'll get yelled at.
And people are asking if the Turtle Boy Halloween party's tonight. I'm
Yes,
not.
it
It is
is.
tonight.
It is
Are you
tonight.
going?
I
You
am
going?
not.
Neither
Nope.
am I.
No. Listen, the people that are going, please take pictures.
Yes,
Right?
please.
I
Yeah.
have last year's party recorded. And please, 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 if you're gonna have a drink, be smart about it. We
Yeah.
need you around. If Ubers are nothing. If you get stuck, whatever, call for a ride. Facebook's loaded with a bunch of people. Crash at their house, whatever. Don't drink and drive. Just don't do it. Just don't do it tonight.
Yeah, I Ubered all around Salem last weekend. It was the greatest thing I ever did. I parked my car where I was staying at the hotel. Never got back in it. Not that I was drinking or anything, but I was
No,
just,
no, it's easy to pop around. Yep.
oh,
All
there
right.
was so many around too. They knew it was gonna be busy. So
Yeah.
So same thing. I didn't even know where the Halloween party is for tonight. Yeah.
The hottest part is finding the vehicle.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. Do you want to do Aiden first or Bradle?
To the one with the most views. You got 1,100 views in the last one there with Aiden.
This one?
Yeah.
So, what do you think of this whole thing? 6 counts of littering from a motor vehicle, witness intimidation. How can that be if he's threatening you in front of his own shop? Tried to beat you up and drag your head up and down the street.
Yeah, that happened on tape.
Yes.
You didn't need to do a 6-month investigation for that. It's all on tape.
And they've done nothing about it.
I'm a witness.
They've done nothing, right?
So maybe I should go to the Camp Police Department and try to have Chris charged with witness intimidation.
They're witness.
If a ducky is witness intimidation, what is a direct threat to smash someone's head on the sidewalk? Tell me.
Listen, I got an itch for a 4th federal letter. Is it coming out yet?
Oh, don't we all? Yeah, it'll come. It's we're working on it. And the hearing on December 2nd, my next hearing is going to be explosive. It's going to be great.
All right. Wednesday? Do you know your next dates for your trial so we can get it out there and make sure everyone has that information?
December 2nd is the next date for mine.
Yeah.
Phone hearing, and then January 10th is the evidentiary hearing where Mello's supposed to take.
So, what do you think of this whole thing? Okay. So that was at the very beginning.
Yeah. Just a real quick, Amy is like, I'm sober and I'm willing to drink someone home. I drive somebody home. She wrote, I'm willing to drink somebody home. Kind of the same thing, I guess.
Please. Look, Amy's the nicest person you're going to meet. I mean, she's going to roll up, take you home. No
Right.
harm, no foul. I'll pay for Amy's gas. So there you go. You have no excuse now.
Yeah.
Of whatever reason. Good morning, Miss Shelby.
Hey, Shelby.
Oh, there was something else.
But yeah, it should be a good time tonight. If
Listen, I gotta remember our friend who tells us stuff.
Yeah.
I had a conversation with that person, and they reminded me to go back and watch something. So I went back to one of my old streams that I did, and I watched something.
Okay.
And I hope everyone can hear this. And I don't talk bad about anybody. I try not to, at least, especially from here, right? But I will say that and this just come up, and this is off topic. Sorry, but
All right, get off your brain.
I was reminded of something, and I went back and I watched it because that person that we both know told me.
Yep.
Sue O'Connell is an evil, vile person
I know.
who is similar to Jen McCabe. And I'm going to leave it at that. That is the level of just vile, disgusting part of a person.
Okay.
There's things that I forgot, things that I was told. And from then till now, I forgot. But now when I see her and she's all happy, Mike, the only thing she's got is a platform.
Yep.
And to use that platform
Yeah.
She's just got in the deep end of the pool.
Yeah.
She's listen. Channel 10 is gonna be boycotted. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I'm not watching
It's gonna
it.
get bad, Mike, because what I remembered and what I was told and what I know to be true, she's a bad person. She's
I
bad.
believe it. Yeah.
She's bad, and I'm sorry, but that was something. That's my mistake because I was actually nice to her. Remember, I was.
Yeah, I know you were. Yeah. What upset me was the tweet where she compared Aiden to some people that were, professional people that were all sex offenders. I was like, what are you doing?
Mike.
Like, Hernandez, Bill Cosby, so and so. I was like, that's POS stuff right there. What are you doing? Go ahead.
Mike, if I was to tell you she sits down and has a drink with somebody across the table, that person across the table would be like Wendy Murphy, Grant's mom.
Okay.
That's who she would sit with. That's who in a full restaurant, open seats, she would sit next to Wendy Murphy. That's the level, Mike. That's the level.
And she can sit anywhere she wants, but she chooses there.
That's her friend.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Bestie.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't like her tweets have been, and she's been quiet lately.
Mike, block her. Just ratio her, block her.
Yeah.
Just don't even bother. She's Grant. That's it. But Grant actually can write.
Right.
So yeah, Channel 10. Good luck.
I know.
There was something else that we just watched with Aiden there. He made a comment about something.
Court date?
Yeah, the court dates. Suze was on it, right? Remember Glamour Suze was doing that spreadsheet?
Yeah.
I tried to get dates out of him to get to her.
Oh, okay. She'll watch it. But he was also talking about the Ducks versus Chrissy wiping his head up and down the the road with his head. That was the other thing too. How
can he be afraid of Aiden if he comes out threatening Aiden, has his family member come down and physically assault him, has his employee assault him? How can he be afraid?
I know.
Mike, those two things don't happen if he's afraid.
Yeah. I don't get it, man.
It can't be.
Make it make sense, right? What we say, make it make sense.
Make it make sense.
And the other thing too, I just want a big shout out. And Tom, I know you got an interview with her, Boston Magazine.
Wait yet on that.
I know, off the record.
Yeah.
I know.
No, there's more stuff coming out because there's gonna be stuff that I want on the record.
Okay. But did you read? I read the whole article, and I had time to read it yesterday, and I was really happy about it. I thought it was very good.
She
and sick, like sickness, like in Stoughton, like these guys.
We
pigs.
didn't know that. Like we know that.
I did.
To see it in print, though, right? It's different, isn't it? Oh,
yeah, it was bad, dude. And they focus on the Stoughton police. Yep. I'd like to see more of the Canton police that showed up and covered it up more too in that article. But we'll get there because she said there's more to come. So we'll stay with it. Okay.
Now she's been like jacked into the system since like 1988. She had her own Michelle McPhee.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
There you go. Follow her on Twitter.
Yep. She used to work for Jay Severin. I think she actually had a column in the Herald. I think she had a column in the Globe. I mean, she's just a reporter, like a freelancer. She works.
She
reports like Aiden. If Aiden could work for the Globe, the Herald would print this. So
Boston Magazine hired her to write an independent article by her own free words, and they published it.
And she's got amazing sources that are impeccable. And speaking of,
and unlike somebody else, Sue O'Connell.
Exactly. But Mike, let me tell you this: I know for a fact that Michelle McPhee has never rolled or mentioned or repeated something she never has. Like that is right. That's one of her not pet peeves, but that's one of the things about her is her sources are like.
Legit.
they're legit, but she will absolutely never reveal any of them. It's so awesome how she's someone we need to get more involved in the Canton issue, we'll call it, because it's not it's the DA's in Canton. The incidents happened in Canton.
Yeah, they're not being talked about.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
but like to read that article and like she really went deep, talked to her, Sandra's friends, old employers.
I don't think I could have went deeper. How about you?
No, it was and everything down from the necklace, the clump of hair. I mean, I was like, she knew it all, and then the washing machines, who co-signed for her car when she cleaned it. She knew it all, man. Very good job. Very good job. I wish she had talked about Fanning a little bit more and the detectives on the MSP a little bit more that did not do their job, and Garino and things like that, which I'm sure she will. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I get you. And because that to me, like we know about that stuff,
right?
Obviously, and maybe it was written before that or being edited before that. Who knows? But it was great. Give it a read.
She's everything she says. She's like Aiden. She's got receipts to back it all up.
Yeah, she's got like 65,000 followers. She's not she's not new to this game. So
and I don't think she even tries. I think it's just just people that follow her.
Yeah. I follow her, man. She doesn't follow me though. That's upsetting.
All right,
I'm kidding.
Back to yesterday, because yesterday was Mike. Yesterday we made a statement, and I think it was.
Oh wait! By the way, Turtle Boy opened up with us on his show the other night.
He did.
Yeah, we had you on. Was it Thursday night?
Oh yeah. He was pulling the He was showing the streams. Yeah.
And he said, he goes, wow, Tom's really come a long way. He's advanced quite a bit. I started laughing to myself. I'm like, whoa, you played the opening and stuff. I was like, good boy, man. Good for you. Kudos to you, Tommy. Good stuff.
It has been a long road, Mike, and it's been a lot of work, and it's not easy. It's definitely not easy. But again, who is it? There's one of the people out there. Do I just come out and say his name's Dave? All right, he's like super fan number one. If I'm doing something wrong, Mike, he's on me like that. If I'm doing something right, he's on me like that. So, it's good to hear it from someone out there, right?
Yeah.
We're doing something right when he texts you and says you did everything right. To hear it from someone like that, it's goes beyond words, Mike. I don't even know what to say. It's like what we do is worth it because it means that something to somebody out there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we getting information out there. I guess some Morrissey's iCloud is saying, and he also mentioned this last night. So I haven't seen that part yet, but Tom, we're growing, man. We're growing. We're getting better. This all started. This all started from me when we come on my show.
Yeah. Well, started that freaking 30 below zero day. Remember that? You won't forget that day.
You keep on going back to that stuff. Guess what? It's gonna start getting cold, Tom. Yeah, I know.
It was cold this morning.
Yeah, it was a little different. I wasn't used to that. But you know what? No big deal. Welcome to New England.
Bundle up with the girls.
Yeah. So what? We have a Halloween walk going on Saturday night in Canton. Saturday day. If someone knows the time and the location, someone tweet it.
Somewhere. It's a walk.
Yeah. And you can be in costume.
Yes.
Okay. And maybe there's an ending point and a starting point. I just don't know where.
Yeah.
Maybe they're not giving it up because of what might happen. Who knows? I don't know.
So listen, Dave. One more thing with the thing with Dave, right?
Yeah.
I think it was Dave. He asked, why do I do what I do, right? And about going every day and not missing a day.
Okay.
And I said to him, because I don't trust anybody else. You want something done, right? That type of a thing.
Are you saying like the news? You don't trust anybody in the news. You want to hear it for yourself, or okay?
From day one.
Yeah, from the
Day
rip.
one.
You were there from the rip, bro.
Here's the camera. I want everyone to see what's going on because I'm not gonna tell you.
Watch for yourself.
These people are all corrupt. Watch.
Well, I gotta say this. Your questioning is getting a lot better. What you're asking for questions,
yep,
you're on point. Like, you're asked Turtle Boy 4 or 5 questions, and you have 4 different little short videos about what happened, and they got some views. And so,
well, it's not about the views; it's about the questions that people ask. So
that's what my point.
Chat, right? The chat
asks
you, you ask me, I ask him, so we all get the answer. And that's what I foresee this channel being part and parcel of that, like for you guys.
Yeah.
And it's not me as much as it's not you, as much as it's not Dave. As much as it's all of us, right? Like we're all here, right?
Yeah.
Why not hit record? Why not hit go? I'll show you guys what's going on. Maybe we'll all get some laughs out of it. Maybe we'll figure something out.
Some of the questions I got in my DM about the other day at court when we were signing off. There was a couple young ladies looking in your window that invited you back to their house, and people were wondering what was going on with that. I just said they're friends and they're moderators and stuff. So just so you know, a lot of people ask that question. Was Tom just getting hit on? I'm like, well, no, they're friends. And actually, I've been to her house and had some pictures taken there, by the way. It's a beautiful house, but it was funny.
Legit, people should have said, "Yeah, I get hit on like that all the time."
I don't want to get anybody in trouble, but it was funny. That was funny shit. Anyways, sorry to get off topic.
That was Mike, and again, right? We have the best people. Again, I would not trade any of us for any of them, and no way.
No way, man. No.
But yeah, the questions, I do my best, and sometimes it's just kind of on the fly. I interviewed Ted Daniels and didn't realize it. Like I didn't go over to interview him. I went over to talk to him.
What if you? I know you said you had trouble hearing me with earbuds. What if you wore these? No.
Yeah, I have to get some.
But then you can't hear everybody from the other side. Is that the problem? But I don't know.
Noise canceling ones, I think. Like
do they make better buds?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Figure it out. I only have one eardrum. I blew an eardrum out.
All right.
Right.
No. Oh shit! Really?
Someone kicked the door in and ran. Yeah. They didn't push the door open into the bathroom. They kicked it with their foot. And when you kick it, the door kind of reverberates, so it takes off.
Oh man! Jesus Christ!
Blood. So I only have one good eardrum.
Oh, speaking of Ted Daniel, did you see what the MSP wanted to charge him for?
I sent that to myself. I want to talk about that. Oh my God! You want to start a GoFundMe for that one?
Mike, I was thinking that.
Mike, that's just to review them.
Yeah.
I had the same problem in New Bedford when I asked them. I FOIA'd the city of New Bedford. They sent me a bill for like $5,000 for freedom of information requests. So no, it's all public information, guys. Because I want it doesn't mean like you got to charge me for it.
So the fee is for the actual cost to put it together and send it to you?
Yes, it's all right. This is the video. Make a copy of it,
right,
and then come and give it to you.
Interesting.
Mike,
someone said though,
it's not hard.
Someone mentioned it in the excess there that you could go there and help put it together. I don't know. So you can get the price down somehow, but
no,
$176,000 for that.
That is like, I want this, and here you go. Okay, that's a trade. Now,
that was this right here. That was that right there.
There's a loophole. No, what it is it's an exorbitant amount. So you just say, yeah, friggin' screw it.
Right.
There's a loophole in that law.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
You are allowed to go down and view them for free.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay, that's what they
don't gonna pay for them. You're allowed to look at them for free.
But you can't take any digital copies of it or anything like that. Okay.
Well, no, you can. But you can't have. Hey, can I borrow that photocopy, or do you have a pen, or can I just?
Yeah.
It's like you have to hold your camera up to record it if they allow you to do that.
They got they have phone scans. Like you use your phone, they have scanners on it. But yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
So, but that number is just so that it's a screw yourself. Go, get
But
out of
that,
here. That's all.
but let me ask you a question. Can you
Yeah.
put a price on a life?
Oh God, no,
Is he
Mike.
right? So $176,000 for Enrique.
Mike,
That should be.
you're wrong. You're approaching that completely wrong.
Tell me why.
Because you're assuming it's just one life.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right, for the truth about maybe some for some closure for however you want to word it. To me, you can't put a price on it.
Again, Mike,
that's a fuck you to me. Like
care, control, and custody. If you have a firearm, if you have a gun in the state of Massachusetts,
yeah,
care, control, custody. If you have a firearm, you have to lock it up. If someone steals your gun, you're responsible for it. If someone gets hurt with your gun, you're responsible for it. Whether or not it's in your care or your control.
Right.
It's custody. You own that. That's your custody. That's your piece.
So
you're in trouble.
If you report it stolen, you're still to blame for custody.
If I broke in your house, stole your gun, shot somebody with it, you're in trouble.
I get it. I understand it.
It's just
because then I guess you didn't have it in good enough custody, right? You didn't lock it up in a safe good enough or whatever. Because I know people that have gun. I don't have a gun, but people have gun safes down the cellar that are like vaults.
And they have to be. They absolutely have to be because you're responsible for that weapon. And it's sad. But
remember the days though when you'd see pickup trucks with shotguns in the back window driving around.
Remember that on the
Yeah. I'm dating myself, but that actually happened, people. You would see people with gun licenses and hunting season with a gun rack in their back pickup window, going out, doing their thing. Maybe they stop in a store and go inside the store and the guns are in the car. I don't know how that works, but yeah. No, the Enrique family didn't have to pay, but Ted Daniels' request for the FOIA was that shit.
Yeah, channel. What happened is Fox 25, Ted Daniels asked the state police for a copy of the last 3 training academies of the personnel files for the last 3 training academies, and he's like, I specifically don't want identifying information. I'm looking for information. And they come back with a price tag of 178, whatever it was, thousand, almost $200,000, Mike.
But here's my point. I know it's a number, it's a big number, but how can them put a number on finding out the truth of what really happened? I mean, I think it's going to happen. I think some way Ted will figure it out, or his station will back him up. I mean, think about that. Think about that news story he could break if they spent the money, got all the information, and he was able to establish something along the lines of that. I don't know. Just
listen.
I was pissed off. I was pissed off.
Like a good attorney, right? You don't think Ted has the answers that he's looking for?
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
You don't think? Let's say, possibly 2 academies ago, somebody was profiled, right? They used racial statements on them. They were, all the hazing, right?
Oh, I get you. Yeah, I get you. I get you. Yeah.
And it was reported, nothing was done about it. And then it happened again. And it was reported, nothing done about it. That's the information that they're looking for. But the state's trying to make it into something it's not by saying it's a witch hunt and thing. This is the guide right here. This doesn't.
They have another class coming up. Or
they just graduated one, the last one.
Yeah.
But this is what they teach you in the academy stuff. It's just pages of just stuff you got to do, Mike, and you have to know it all. If you don't know this right here, you're in deep trouble. Like, forget it. Yeah. Here's your workout routine. Legs.
Yeah.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Yeah, I'm all set. No.
Oh, you got to mark it. You got to chart it and stuff. All right.
Yeah. And this is stuff. I mean, you have to do it.
Who wants to be a cop though? I mean, I'm not saying I'm pro cop or against the cops, but like with today's world, with all the restrictions and the cameras you have against you, it's just a tough job, man. And I don't think you make a lot of money.
No.
Another Boston police captain just went down that's retired for OT scam.
Yeah, I saw that. He got a year, didn't he?
Year and a month, year and a day or something. Evans was his last name. Oof. And guess what? Karen Reed and the Kin are in the Herald every day. Just so you know, there's something going.
Let me go back to this real quick, right? And again, we're trying to bring new stuff, not old stuff here.
I know. But it's Friday.
Right here in the news.
Always.
Counsel must be heard. Karen Reed's legal team fires back at the prosecution. Okay. Yep. So, hey, there I am.
I told you. I keep on telling you. You're in every shot of every clip. I actually see you.
2 weeks before they're scheduled to argue their appeal to the state's highest court. In the filing, Reed's team argues Judge Beverly Canoni should have probed the jury before declaring a mistrial in July. Since the trial ended, 5 jurors have reported they were only stuck on Reed's manslaughter charge, and they all agreed to find her not guilty of second-degree murder and leaving the scene of a deadly crash. Reed's attorneys say the jurors' notes did not indicate which charges the jurors were stuck on. The Norfolk District Attorney's Office says Judge Canoni was correct and following the law.
Mike,
that,
right?
Yeah.
That in itself should be news, which it is.
Yeah.
But then you add Aiden on top of that.
I know.
And then you add Rich on top of that. Oh, let's back up. Let's add the Canton 9 to that, Mike. Let's add Janelle to that, who's still got charges hanging over her freaking head.
The dispatcher, yeah. And then now allegedly
dude. She lost her job. So all these people over there, time out. All these people out there, the trolls. Oh my God, the horror. Oh, you come after my children. You come after my family. Guess what, guys? You came after the dispatcher, right, Kate? And you outed the dispatcher, right, Kate? And the dispatcher got fired.
Yeah.
Right, Kate?
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Mike.
Yeah.
She saved people's lives on the other end of that phone.
She did.
She got awards for how good she did on the other end of that phone. When you're in the worst time of your freaking life and you pick up the phone and you get her on it, that's God working, and that's how God saves people, through people. She is one of those people, Mike. She saves people. She is dynamite, and they fired her for running a license plate. And Kate, you're proud of that, aren't you? So anytime that you're the horror about calling someone's job and complaining, well, guess who we learned it from, Kate? You and your little freaking team of people out there. I lost my freaking long-term disability. You don't think I'm freaking upset about it? I'm over it now. Nothing I'm going to do about it, but I sure ain't going to shut up about it, and I'm sure not going to stop. And neither will she, and neither will Aiden, and neither will us. Because that's not how it works. Because no matter what, right? It ain't about that stuff.
No.
It's not about the $2 on YouTube. It's not about that.
Right.
It's about doing what's right.
The right thing, man. Always have a moral compass,
Have to.
Yeah.
All right,
so that,
let me just say this.
Go ahead.
All right, guy, look at this. See this right here? They didn't fire her. They let her quit and saved her pension, right?
Right.
Wait a minute, though. Janelle said she wasn't fired. Okay. So let me rephrase that, okay? She wasn't fired. However,
maybe forced. Yeah.
However, right?
Yeah.
When you have Tully, Buchanan, and like 7 other troopers surrounding you with no lawyer, the first thing they do is give me your phone. No warrants. None.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna go to jail. This is punishable by 30 years in prison. We have the DA in our back pocket. We know the judge. You're done. You want to fight this? Of course. You think her lawyer is gonna fight it, or the union lawyer is gonna fight it for her job? No, that's
as
not.
she's not part of the blue line, right? And
No.
in theory,
Right.
she's a civilian hire, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
How long
So
was she there for? Do you know how long she worked there?
7 or 8 years, I think.
Wow.
But Mike, she was good at it. She
Well,
helped a lot of people.
that's what counts.
And
I
you
met
know
her.
what? Yeah,
I met her
right.
one time. Yeah.
Whatever job she does, she's going to excel at. And I said that before. But
There you go.
for the other side to fake horror that oh my God, they're calling this person's house or whatever. You know what? That ship has long sailed, lady. We're beyond that. So, hey, you did it to me. You did it to Janelle. Well, yeah. Things happen for a reason. And
Karma's a bitch.
so all I gotta say is I don't feel bad for them complaining about, oh, they called my work or whatever. Let it be, right?
Right.
The people who are the adults will get over it and whatever, learn from it, right?
Mm-hmm.
There
You
you
move
go.
on. Man. You move on. Like Turtle Boy last night with Brandy. Like he just talked about high, low, and moving on, man, and God, and talked about God in his life.
No, there isn't a difference. There isn't a difference because no matter what, they'll amplify the smallest little thing. All she did was run a plate. She didn't print it out on paper. All she did was use electricity and had access to the database. And maybe if Jen wasn't at Proctor's house, maybe that wouldn't have happened. So you can't necessarily blame her. She was just confirming the correct information, because if you look at it, why is Jen over Proctor's house?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why is Proctor getting a gift?
I know.
For what?
No, we know. And who was it, Turtle Boy playing Colin's testimony again the other night? Oh my goodness.
Mike.
Wow, he's stupid.
Huh? I don't know.
Can
Maybe.
you rephrase it? I know.
Huh?
Condescending. Oh. It was bad. It was so bad. And like these are the things that the jurors forgot. Like this is something.
Mike.
Well, hopefully not.
The jury was again. Why is there a problem with the jury, Mike?
Because
what part? What part of the? Does anyone know what part of the trial was proper?
I don't know, man. You tell me.
What part of this? What part of from the day Aiden first wrote the story to today? What part of any of this has been
by the rules, by the law,
similar to 99% of the other ones that are out there? Other charges for this type of incident.
Is that a trick question? Because I'm not sure I can answer that.
I'm trying to figure out because I don't know.
You're asking the question.
Yes. What part is correct? Is there a correct part? Because
no, I can't figure it out. Because I want to know what the McAlberts have on Morrissey. And ever since Morrissey had that burner account with writing to judges and so forth and so on, I can't imagine who else he emailed through that account. I'm just saying, man.
Listen, dude, if you came here, if you were a cop and you came here and I saw you out the window and I said, hey, what are you doing, Mike? And you're like, hey, I'm coming to get your phone. This phone? And you're like, yep. And I say, okay, hold on a second. I'll give it to you. And I smash it with a hammer into 1,000 pieces and I give you the phone. At that point, you would then in your report say, well, Mr. DeRoche was very compliant. When I asked for his phone, he gave it to me. No questions asked, no harm, no foul. That's the treatment that they get. Whereas otherwise it's a big conspiracy.
And
how did two people get rid of their phone the day before they both get subpoenas?
I know.
How's that leak? and she's worried about a public document.
Right. I know. It's crazy, dude. It's so lopsided, so to speak. And I fight the law, but the law won kind of thing. But not this time. It's just there's no way. There's too much evidence, too many receipts, so to speak, with people doing the wrong thing on either on a text message or in an email, and asking people to do bad things.
Great question. How did Colin get to the party?
Right. Exactly.
How did Brian Higgins get to the bar?
Yeah.
Who's
There's
driving?
there's another police report that got posted yesterday. I think it was Kerry, about Chris Albert and his wife might have been at the party. Legit.
How?
He said,
No. He walked home, dude. He walked home.
Who's lying? Because there's a police report saying that he was actually present at 34 Fairview.
Really?
It's on X. Yep, it's there. I read it yesterday. Actual police report from Canton, or maybe it was it was Brian Tully wrote it, that he was at 34 Fairview with his wife. Allegedly, she had a migraine. She walked home or went home. Now they're saying there's a report out there. It's on X, and I don't know if I could find it. It was yesterday, but he was at the house allegedly.
Listen, everything was done intentionally, on purpose. You know what else we need to look at? Can someone please look at this? And this may be a real big thing.
What's up?
Can we look at who was actually interviewed when?
Oh,
because the last person to get interviewed usually has all of the information, so they can put the story on that pin. So, like, for example, if there's someone on the peripheries of an accident, and they know you're doing something wrong, but there's someone inside that did it wrong, the longer you wait before you interview them.
Gotcha.
What do you remember? Jeez, I don't remember anything. It was so long ago. Okay, thanks for your time. Have a nice day. You're interviewed off the list. You were there. Yeah. The interviewee said da. Yeah. They control the narrative. They control the report.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it was pretty obvious when Turtle Boy was replaying the testimony of Colin, how much Alan Jackson was interrupted, objected again. I mean, like, really?
But really? I'm thinking about the people that got interviewed. There's a reason. The later the interview, you know what I'm saying? Like they had a reason for the timing of the interviews of who they did interview. Like that timing, I think, is in itself a clue that we need to look at. Like this one was first, this one was second.
Right. And where they were interviewed?
Like,
I mean,
Fanning does drive-by interviews. Never got a comment.
I know. They probably pulled up cars next to each other through windows, right?
Ways, absolutely what they did.
Oh, don't. Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fucked up, man. It's fucked up.
And here we are.
But, yeah.
I want to show Bradel's Bradel on the steps. All right. Let's share this. Bradel was the bomb yesterday.
All right.
You mean the world that you're all here to Rich and to me. And, this is what our country's all about. Assembling on the courthouse steps, speaking out against ridiculous government overreach. I mean, it doesn't get any more American than that, right? So it means the world. And, what's going on here is viewpoint discrimination. They don't like the message. The Canton cops don't like the message. So they sent Detective, what's his name, out, writes a 36-page report, search warrants, dumpster diving. Give me a break for rubber duckies, because his boss's nephew is on the line. So he's out there working for his boss's nephew in a conflict of interest. Okay, it's another conflict of interest. We've been talking about that theme all throughout these cases. We're going to do it again. We're back here on November 1st with other people that have placed ducks around at the protest. The whole thing is embarrassing. It's ridiculous. They should be embarrassed.
Yeah. And one more.
It's clearly established law that you cannot use the littering statutes to enforce a viewpoint that you like. versus the one that's being espoused. It's ridiculous. And we hope that the media themselves, you guys, join the citizens that are here in support of Rich, who's really just a citizen journalist. He's a citizen protester, okay? He's entitled to the highest degree of protection under the First Amendment you can get. You don't have to be a journalist. You don't have to be the guy with the fedora and the press pass to get all these rights. We all have these rights, especially they're most sacrosanct, most protected when you point out government overreach, when you petition the government. It's right in the Bill of Rights. So these cops need a seminar on the First Amendment, and we're going to give it to them. Nice. There you go.
Wow.
That was awesome.
Mike, that's huge.
No.
When you have a lawyer saying stuff like that on the steps of a courthouse, I don't think people realize where we are and how bad. Like, I don't think we could get worse. You have the DA using a freaking burner email, Mike.
I know. How much more corrupt can you get? I mean, I don't know, man. It's the more I guess the more we find out, the more I'm just so angry. Hold on a second. Good. Go. Come on. Go. Come on. Let's go. Out. Out. Go. Lay down. Lay down. Let's go. One of my dogs got me.
That's awesome.
Hey, I don't want to change subjects real quick, but one of the mods just texted me. It said, John, if you follow John Como on Dixie Normus on X, also pass this along. It's the Sunday, the 27th in Canton. Okay. So, and there's more details on Dixie Normus or John Como's X page or Facebook page. Okay. If you want to know time. All right. Just a heads up. All right. Thank you, Melissa. Yeah. Just so you know, I was passing it along. Hey, Flipper, what's up, buddy?
Oh, Joe Flipperhead's here. Joe Flipperhead.
He's been doing a great job. He's been going on the glare and he's been going on some other stuff.
When hasn't he done a good job? Again,
that's true.
Right?
Yeah.
Again, right?
Yeah.
Are we not like
blessed? Yeah, blessed. Yeah, right. You're right there. Yeah. Imagine not having him around. Like, he joined in May, and he's just brought so much to light. Like, and he knows this case, man. He knows other cases too. By the way, he's a true crime junkie. He loves it.
Oh yeah,
he loves it. Oh, yeah, the Boone case and I don't know, all the other cases. But I'm so wrapped up with this one. But yeah, he does a good job. But yeah, the Brado speech. That's the most I've seen him really get into it on the steps of a courthouse in a long time. Because in Dedham, it's like a lot of people, and it's like, but that's the first time. There's probably 50, 60 people there, but still, he let it go. He let it fly.
And
he let it fly.
Wait till his other attorney gets a hold of a piece of paper and a pen, right?
You talking about Bradle or Richie's?
I'm talking about
Oh, you're talking about Bedrow.
Mark Bedrow, yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Wait till he gets into the mix.
He's a wordsmith.
He's gonna decimate them.
First of all, he was at the Celtics banner game the other night, by the way. His kid got to try on the freaking ring. Yeah. Awesome. Man. Awesome. Bunk getting front row seats. I don't know how he got those. He's got juice, dude. I don't know. He doesn't talk about it. He's got juice. He's got juice, man. I was gonna say it. He's got juice. Flipper knows. But the kid's got to get the owner's ring put on your son's finger and get a picture of it. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, he'll never forget that moment. I've never been to a banner rising in my life. I'm from here. He lives in New York, god damn it.
And he's got freaking awesome seats, I'm sure.
I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
And now the fucking Yankees are in the World Series, bastard.
Yep.
I don't know what to say. I love the guy, but still.
All right. So I'm gonna do something. Yeah.
It's like I got the tickets. I pulled some strings. I'm like, okay. You worry about the Philadelphia teams, okay, pal? You got knocked out this year, but go ahead.
Edit. Damn it. Cancel. All right, let me do this. Create a banner. You're gonna like this, Mike.
Okay.
show.
Oh, and the name of the channel is Seeking Justice, by the way.
Yes.
People sometimes must be getting a lot of views on CPU, Tom. So
Yeah.
he's going to keep that up. He's going to keep that up for other reasons that we won't talk about, but he's going to keep that going. He knows.
There's two channels. There's CPU Tom, which was a good run. That's over there. That's resting. But this is the main channel from now on.
Yeah.
This is what's going to get done.
Yep.
So there's a number at the bottom.
Oh, no way. You got it for Colin?
I'm going to try it.
No way.
I'm going to see if it works. New stuff.
Your phone's going to ring, I hope.
We don't want my phone. We want this phone.
Whatever.
So we'll see. If anyone wants to call in, say good morning, say hi.
That's interesting, man.
Just try not to swear. We got kids not in the bus yet.
I'd love to have Richie from Canton Fence, if you're up, man, call in, bro.
Oh,
I mean,
he was good.
Did you hear him? How was that funny? That was so fucking good. Turtle Boy and him and Cowie, and Howie's going, whoa, hey, whoa, we can't say those words out here. I was just like, what? Oh, that was good stuff, man. Richie just speaking from the heart, man. And he got caught up. He got emotional when he saw those people standing out there.
He doesn't even know some of these people, and they got shirts on with his name and flag. The flag that what's his name? I can't think of his name right now. Dennis. Was it? No, it wasn't Dennis. Was it?
Two girls with the hats.
The hats were amazing.
I know.
But to have that support, Mike, right?
Right.
From strangers.
Yeah.
Like,
he comes out. He goes, I didn't know I had this many friends, but I love you guys all. Like he embraced
just like it, that, right? Just like that.
That was from the heart. You could tell that was just what he thought, and he couldn't believe it. He was shocked. And like he said that every seat in that courthouse was packed. It was packed. And there was people outside too. So
it was a good turnout.
Yeah. I was surprised. I was happy.
And again, right? These people, they don't know Richie.
No.
Right? They don't know anything about him, but they know it's not right.
Right. Yeah.
And I think we do a good job at getting our message out there without being like violent. We're not breaking stuff. There's no cars getting flipped or burned. Like, remember when the other people trying to get a message out there, like
BLM,
whoever it was like a wave of just destruction. But we're just like a wave of love that we want the right thing to happen.
Yeah, I agree with that. The other thing I noticed too, there was more people for Richie's court hearing, less people for Jill Daniels, but yet we had more state police for Jill Daniels.
Every time, Mike.
Found that interesting too. Just so that we just so you know, that did not go unnoticed.
Oh, we're getting a call.
Who called in?
Okay.
I can't hear him, but can you?
No.
All right, well, hey, we're just trying it out. We'll get it figured out.
That actually, no. 14, 15. Hold on.
Yeah, I think Brandy's in the chat. Good job, girl. Let it go. Go Georgia. Go Bulldogs. I don't know if you're gonna beat Texas or not, but we'll see.
Yeah. She had Georgia Bulldogs shirt on last night.
I noticed it. We need to actually Mr. Duckworth to call in. So is it Mazza? Yeah, Flipper, you got to call in this end. That was probably Flipper.
No, it wasn't.
Who's raking leaves this weekend? Ugh, not me.
What? You rake? You don't use a blower?
No, I don't.
Come on, man. That's a crime scene tool number one, buddy.
I don't want to talk about it. I don't have to rake. I'm just saying. I used to rake, but anyways.
All right. So if it works for Jen McCabe, it's working for me.
What? Are you talking about the blower? Or are you talking about a phone number? No.
No, it's all right. We're good.
All right. Wow. Yeah, my landscape is doing that. That's right, Flipper. That's right.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't mean to sound like that, but yeah, that's I don't know. Whatever. It is what it is. But yeah, Bradle's speeches and Richie's speeches were great. And Richie on Howie Carr, I tippy cap to Howie Carr. He's doing a great job. He's keeping all these stories in the front of the pages of the news, and he's not like just doing Karen Reed. He's doing the Duckies. He's doing the select board meeting. He's doing the audit people. He's taking apart the whole town.
Wait till Richie hears about Kate and that whole story behind it. He's gonna go to freaking town when he sees how they set him up.
I know,
because that's exactly what they did to Aiden. Is they set him up.
Oh,
do you know how bad it is to have her being directly in touch with the prosecutor? Mike, dude, like he's looking for things to get him like that.
Yeah,
that's bad. You're having a prosecutor directing a victim. Wait a minute. Is she a victim or is she a willing accomplice? And the end goal was that they took his freedom away.
Right.
They deprived him of his freedom. Pretty sure the Constitution does like frowns on that type of stuff, Mike.
Yeah, Fourth Amendment.
Right?
Yeah,
you know, you can't take someone's freedom away.
Nope, you can't imprison them.
And Tully did, and Kate Peter did, and fake victim did. She's gonna lose her kids. Thank God. Thank God.
He actually mentioned last night on Brandy's show that the dates of these hearings of January 10th. I don't want to guess, but I think January 10th is when Mello, Kate, Fake are all going to go on the stand.
Yep.
Yeah, take the stand. Oof.
I will be there. I will be there.
They better have a Zoom for that one too. They must see TV on that one, bro. You know, Karma's a bitch, man. What's that? Karma's my boyfriend from Swifty. I tell you, man, don't fuck with it. So Karma will get you.
I have a theory about why Kate doesn't care. Because she wants to be taken care of. She'd rather go into the system where she gets fed every day, where she's got something clothes. Like they don't care if you shower or not. Like that's where she belongs. Is in jail with the other greasy hair people.
I got you. I see what you're saying.
Like, that's where she wants. She doesn't care. She wants to go there. So.
Yeah, she's not ashamed of it. She's not ashamed of it. She's very open about it. You know, and the other thing too, when Aiden went over to the fake victim's house before he got arrested on the 24th or 23rd, he went over there with the right intentions to try to help somebody. He wasn't going over there for some extramarital bullshit. He went over there for the right reason.
Right. See,
right? He's got a good heart.
She took advantage of it, and they in Tully.
Yep.
And Mello,
yep.
You know, Mello, the one that he beats his wife. I'm sorry, he used to beat up his ex-wife and then tried to sue her for the dog that she bought after he left her.
Wow.
For the dog. He tried to sue her for the dog that she bought for her kid. Mello.
Wow.
Dude, like he's a piece of this Brandy. Brandy, you did an amazing job last night with that interview talking about. I mean, just the topic itself is so hard to even work around, and you did. I don't think anyone else could have done such a great job. I'm just you asked all the right questions, and I tell you something. There's something about talking to a woman about these things that happened to you, because there's some topics there, that were hard to talk about, I guess, with certain people, and how they used it against them. It was crazy, and I'm pro-life. Pro-choice. I don't. It's your body, your decision, right? But to use it against somebody like that, to manipulate them like that, and then try to get them arrested like that, is evil. It's a whole nother level of evil.
Yeah, it's evil, dude. I was like, this is.
But what did he do to Tully? What did he do to Detective Tully?
He was exposing the truth on him. He was digging too deep.
What did Aiden do so bad?
Oh. Well, I think it was just a third party to get to him, obviously. But you know what he did? That's why Tully lost his job, dude.
He told the truth.
That's right. till he couldn't. Now he's tainted. Now he's tainted in all his investigations. You don't think another attorney's going to use that against him? Why would you let go? And on October so and so because of what? And he's got to say it.
Mike, they set him up from the go.
From the rip. Yep.
Right. And when they didn't get him this way, they tried this way. They were actively hunting that man and using whatever they could to get him to come over.
Right.
Mike, that
was crazy.
That's evil.
Yeah.
That's absolutely evil.
It is.
It's not bad enough that the district attorney has a burner email account, but you have the district attorney's special top secret undercover state police squad who go and apprehend him over telling the truth.
And this person lied about what happened.
To get him out.
He never
Everything he said was lied. Everything they said was lie, Mike.
That's why I said this is the first person that calls about a DV, right?
Right.
It goes their way, right? And none of it was true. And and the other thing, Kate Pete is calling from home when Aiden's on a live stream saying that he's violating an RO is fucking crazy.
Remember what she said about his nose?
I know.
God, like,
I know. What the hell is that all about?
Just but that shows her level of class.
That's when you know it's personal.
It's been from day one. So he didn't do anything wrong. This is not about what he's doing, but yet she's infiltrated the state police, and they've allowed it, and I think they're even paying her. So this is sad. This is what's Mike. Aiden spent 60 days in jail. Kate's violated the orders. She had 4 orders. She's violated them. How many days has she spent in jail?
0.
There's something inherently wrong with that big guy.
Yeah. And I didn't know anything about the Lauren Murray deal. I didn't know anything about that. I just knew that she had orders against Kate. But now I understand there was something between Turtle Boy and Lauren at one time, and that happened and all that bullshit.
Lauren's the next girlfriend of Aiden's.
Right. So what?
They asked her to be mean to Aiden. But Lauren's Lauren's not a mean person. Lauren's a happy, nice person. So Lauren's like, no, get out of here. And then they wouldn't turn Lauren because Lauren
attacked her.
Lauren's an adult. She was respect. So they went and attacked Lauren. They stalked the poor girl. They took pictures of her house. They sent them to her that when she had company over, they took pictures and sent it to her and said, we know you have company over. Wow. Mike, it was bad, really bad. So she actually got an order. And then when I went to court for Aiden when he got arrested, that morning, and I show up in the morning, I have the film somewhere, and all the McAlberts and Kate are in the lobby already in the morning. Aiden's not even at the courthouse yet. They're all already in, waiting to get a seat. Well, here's Lauren Murray, and there's Kate Peter, 20 feet away.
No violation.
I said, I go to the court officer. I need to see your boss right now. And the guy's like, well, what's the problem? I said, I need to see your boss right now. And he went and got his boss. His boss came over. I said, she has an order on her actively right now. The guy says, oh, okay. And he was like real serious about it. He went over and next thing you know, Kate left. Well, no, they took Kate and brought her downstairs and put her in a room to wait for Mello so she could talk to Ken Mello because he was up there telling the judge, he said this, he's said that, he's a danger here, he's a danger there. Now, Aiden was right again about this. Are you ready? You know the charging documents that have all the clips in that?
Yeah.
That actually they used to the one that Glera went over when Aiden said said this and they took it, they clipped it.
Yeah.
And this is bad.
Yep.
Kate made that up.
I know.
The police didn't make that up.
Yep.
Dude. I quit.
I know. It was bad.
She can't even wash her hair, dude. The state police took her writing and used it to charge Aiden. They cut and pasted. I swear it's cut. They cut and pasted. I guarantee you're going to find that out.
And they revoked his bail because the judge wrote to the Supreme Judicial Court that he beats pregnant women that wasn't even pregnant.
She wasn't pregnant, so how can you beat
I,
her?
I know.
But when you don't touch her to start with, whether she's pregnant or not,
I know. It
like
was it was all a fucking lie.
all
Now
of it.
wait till she gets on the stand. Oh,
Mike, I'm
whoa.
hoping maybe she'll be in.
Wait. Can't
Mike,
wait.
she'll be on the stand like this.
Yeah, in orange.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And guess who's going to be in the audience?
You will. That's so bad. After watching that last night and having seen
Mike,
put into one show like that was horrible.
they didn't do their own. They took what she wrote and gave them, and they used what she wrote to arrest them.
Yep. Just get him in your room. Just get him in your apartment. Just get him in your apartment. He wouldn't go in. And she made her son call her and say, hey, I got to go get my son. He's calling me to come in. Will you want to come in? And he said to him, if I go in there, I'm putting myself in danger here. But he's there under false pretenses because she's lied to him about the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
Right?
Sassy, that's one of the best interviews you're gonna listen to. Everyone else is gonna be like, Brandy's was better.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, it's probably the best episodes out there right now.
And you know, you
can't believe it's real. You can't believe it's actually going on.
God love Aiden for dealing with as much with that crazy, because that's a whole bunch of crazy, Mike.
That would have broke a lot of people.
Scene. Oh yeah,
would have broke a lot of people.
And the whole time he's thinking about Karen. How can Karen do this? How does she wake up every day and face the world knowing she's getting railroaded? You know, now the trolls will take that and turn it into something, whatever. But we know what he, we know what he meant.
Right.
And if things need to be explained, or if they're too hard, maybe you shouldn't be doing like true crime stuff. At least don't watch it, because it's too hard for you if you can't figure some of the stuff out. Because there's some stuff that you really got to figure out.
But these people that manipulated the system and then manipulated Aiden, it's just dirty. And they got caught. I'm glad they got caught.
Just like Plevin.
What's going on with him? Something big happening with him. I don't know what's going on with him.
I know a couple things.
All right.
I know it was him and Dave at the beginning. And when I tried to hook up with them, to meet up with them, because they were in Bridgewater doing a shot, we were going to go look for and start doing work about the girl in Hanson, the lady, Murray. She just, remember that?
Yeah.
We're going to do some work on that. And I got the runaround. I'm not here. No Nancy. Them two are just too close to each other, I think.
Yeah, because Aiden's been asking about him, like, where'd you go? They were buddies, and now he's just gone. His channel's down, everything. Yeah.
I tried. I quit trying.
That's sussy. That's sus.
But
you think he was infiltrated? You think he was maybe? Who knows, right? I don't know.
Well, I was told that they've all known each other for a long time, even before Karen Reed.
Yeah, probably.
So, I don't know. But I mean, you have, no. So poor Lauren Murray, right? She just wants to go and support Aiden at court, which is her right to do. I'm right next to her. There's a violation, direct, intentionally violation. Tell the court officer. She leaves.
It goes downstairs.
But she never left. And the court officer knew this and allowed her to be there.
Wow. So yeah, definitely an inside job there, huh? Because remember, now you go to Aiden that gets called in from a girl, KP, that's watching the show.
She's not even there, Mike, and she made.
I know, and she calls Dedham police. And he's, starts giving a description of the coat and what his face looks like, and he's across the street because he asked a cop.
I can see him right now. Oh yeah, he's right there. And in the Mike, Aiden had already left and was far enough away.
Yeah.
And that when she walked in, when he didn't get arrested right then and there, she was bummed out. So what did she do? She called the cops.
Yeah. Well, actually,
I'll go this way.
5 hours later, fake victim called.
Because that didn't work, did it? He didn't get
Right.
arrested.
That's right. 5 hours later, fake victim called at him.
These are
This is-
bad, nasty, ugly, disgusting.
Wait, so Brandy's show from last night breaks this all down for you guys. Just so you know, just watch it, and it might ruin your Friday, but it might give you some answers to some questions you might have in the back of your head about what these people are like,
Hello?
and not to be trusted.
Hold on.
Oh, we're trying this out, folks. You're live with the first caller. Yeah, Darcy, Massachusetts, aka the Twilight Zone. Really, when I go on the show and I talk about what I talk about, I feel like it's gonna be real, but it is. I mean, if you were to tell me you're gonna write a book or make a movie about what's going on right now, I would. Yeah, that's too much. You can't do that, But it's fucking actually happening.
Hello, can you hear me now? I can hear you. Can you guys hear the phone?
Yeah, I can hear it. My headphones.
Oh, I hit the wrong button.
Oh no!
Damn it! Please call back. I was trying to get the
To the volume up.
Well, that works.
All right. Well, Tom, you're getting new at this. It's all right.
Yeah. Please call back. I'll get that so it doesn't.
Yeah, we
have another options, right? More options.
Clarissa, we talked about the $176,000 for the FOIA from Channel 25. Yeah, with Ted.
Mike,
we did talk about that. Yeah.
How much does a medical examiner make? Like if you're going to be a doctor and you're going to go and do medical examiner and stuff,
I think it was published just a bit over 200, just a little bit over 200.
I thought. Let me try this again.
Oh, check that out.
Call from Karen.
Hey, good morning.
Press 1.
Hi.
Hi, it's Karen again.
Hi, Karen.
How are you?
Good. Can you guys hear her? Nice. How's your morning going?
It's going well. I'm listening to you guys. I listen to you guys every morning.
Wow.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much.
I live in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Whoa, Pittsburgh.
And I've been following this trial.
That's a ride.
Yeah, that's a ride. But I've been following this trial. You guys are doing such a good job. All you podcasters. I listen to everybody. It's just an insane process. I can't believe it.
So from being on the outside, right? How corrupt do you see us Massachusetts people? Not us, but what we're dealing with.
Oh my God. It's insane. It's insane. I can't believe that's that much corruption in that little town that's going on. It's crazy.
Do you try?
I'm sure there's corruption. I'm sure there's corruption everywhere, but this has just been exposed big time.
Do you try and explain this to other people, like the story, like with Karen Reed?
Oh yes.
And what's their first reaction?
They're like, no. I said yes. It's crazy.
Yes.
It's crazy.
Yes.
I can't believe it. I just can't believe what's going on there.
What do you think about Aiden's reporting so far and what he's done?
I love Turtle Boy. I listen to him too. I listen to everybody. I think he's done a great job. And I think he's just, a standout person. I just think he's phenomenal. Phenomenal.
Did you watch the Brandy Churchill interview last night?
Hello?
Oh, Tommy, ask her.
Yeah, did you watch the Brandy Churchill interview last night?
Yes, I did. I mean, that was I can't. I have no words for these people. I don't have any words for these people. Anybody
we don't
either.
Know. Yeah, we don't either. We have a tough time with that as well.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah,
it's unbelievable.
So, question: yes or no? Do you think Aiden was set up from the go?
Oh yes. There's just no question about that. Absolutely.
And
absolutely.
She don't even live here, and she's just like that. She knows. She didn't even question it. Just boom.
Yeah, there's a different type
No,
of evil out there. Different
absolutely.
type of
I mean,
evil.
come on,
Yeah.
anybody logically thinking, logically, use your logical brain. It's
Right.
crazy.
Some
I don't know
people
how
don't think that
people
way.
live
Yeah.
with them, to be honest with you. To be honest with you, Tom.
Where do you think we go from here? Where do you predict we're gonna be?
With the case,
Yes.
I think everybody's going to get exposed eventually. I mean, with all the right players that are in there right now, I mean, I don't think that Commonwealth has a chance. Honestly, I just think everything's going to expose. It just takes time. I know patience is not a lot of people's virtues, but we just have to wait. And I feel sorry for Karen that she's been doing this for almost 2 years.
If Karen
really
was here,
do.
what would you say to her?
I would just say, Karen, keep up the fight. You're doing a great job. I mean, she is a very, very strong woman. And I wish I was as strong as her. Believe me.
Well, you're still with us, so you're strong to deal with all this stuff still, right?
Yeah, I listen. I listen to you guys all the time. I just keep up on the latest podcast, and while I'm working, I listen, and I just shake my head. I just can't believe it.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say enough about the interview he did last night with Brandy, because I mean, what a tough interview, tough questions, and he's not
Sure.
just dealing with a guy, he's dealing with Brandy on the other end of it. So,
Right.
I mean, wow. I mean, that takes something. So to see the strides
Yeah.
that he's made is just incredible.
And he speaks his mind. You know what I
Oh.
mean? He speaks his mind, and then that's a good thing.
He
That's a
does.
good
There's no
thing.
doubt.
I mean, that's a virtue I wish I had. I don't have that, Tom, but he has that. But I just wanted to tell you, I just wanted to call and say you guys are doing a great job. And I listen to you guys all the time. And, you keep me going throughout my whole day here when I'm working.
Well, I appreciate it. Mike appreciates it. We all appreciate everyone that's here watching. And thank you again for supporting Karen Reed and looking at what we're dealing with, because
Oh, absolutely.
we need all the help we
Absolutely.
can get, even from Pennsylvania. You'd be surprised
I
at
know.
what your support can do for us. Like
I know.
it really does make a difference.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. And we just have to keep fighting the good fight, because it's a good fight.
It's worth fighting, isn't it? And we got nothing
It
after
is.
this, right?
That's right. You got it, Tom.
Oh,
You got it.
I think this is the Alamo, and thank God he chose Karen, because, like you said, I don't know how anyone does it. I don't see it.
I don't know either, but she's very, very strong, brave woman. Brave woman.
Every day.
Yeah. And it's terrible that you have to fight for your innocence like this. This is crazy.
Just like Aiden. Didn't do nothing. He's
Yeah,
still gonna
just like
fight
it.
for it. Imagine that.
I know.
The guy Rich, who's giving out rubber ducks.
Yeah.
Like, really?
That's the other thing. It's like, these guys are clowns.
Rubber ducks.
You got more. I'm sure there's more pressing issues than going after race duckies, right?
Not in Canton, obviously.
Obviously not. You guys, I guess you guys they're slow there. I don't know.
All right. One more quick question, right?
Yes.
What do you think about the FBI in general?
Oh my gosh, that I just can't wait for all that to come out. I just can't wait. What they have in their pockets, ready to fly. Just ready to fly. I just think they should. This next trial, if there's going to be a next trial, all that stuff should come in. Everything.
No, I agree.
Everything.
Hmm.
Everything. So I'm here with you in Pittsburgh,
Well-
thinking about everybody there and fighting the fight and listening to all you guys. Great. It's great.
I'm blessed and honored that you even called in. So for that, I thank
Well-
you in listening for us. I mean,
I am. I
So-
mean, I just keep up the good fight. That's all I have to say.
Well-
Keep up the good fight.
it's all we know down here. Thank you for listening. And again, your support for Karen is just beyond thanks. So we'll win.
Justice will prevail.
You
Yes,
know
it
it.
will. Justice will prevail. Absolutely.
Thank you. And I
Absolutely.
look forward to the day when this is all done and we can hang out.
Exactly.
That'll
Maybe I'll
happen.
take a trip there. Yes.
Gillette Stadium,
Take
Mike.
care. Yes. Yes.
All right. Thank you, Karen, so much.
Oh, you're welcome. Have a great morning.
Yeah, you too.
Mike.
All right, talk to you later. Yep,
Bye-bye.
goodbye. Hey, Tom.
Huh?
Yeah, that was awesome. But hey, just on the right hand side there, her phone number's pulling up on the right hand side on the top. I don't know if you want to keep people from getting doxxed or whatever that shit is. Just a
Okay.
heads up. I know it's our first call, but maybe learn how to like maybe minimize that screen
Gotcha.
so it's not showing her.
Yeah. I
You
can
know,
move it on to a different screen.
that's all.
All right. Listen,
That's
I got one more quick thing.
What's up?
All right.
Mm.
You ready? It's Friday.
Mm. All right.
All right. Hold on.
It's Friday.
Good morning.
Morning.
Oh goodness.
Justice peeps. How you doing?
Let me see your
Good
shirt.
morning. Oh, God.
Let's go.
There it is.
Nice. And then I've got the hat now too. Nice. Great. You got it.
Nice.
I got both of them. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
Oh, you're welcome.
I got the hat. I got all the cards. I got the whole bundle. Thank you so much.
I like to
I
put
don't-
like little bundles together so like you get a little bit of everything.
Good job on the standout. You made some news stations.
Yeah.
by the way.
Good job with that.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
amazing. And then next week I'm going to be speaking with some of the NBC folks at their studio. I'm not sure what exactly they're working on, but I'm going to be there.
Good.
Put the message forward.
Listen, and I hear Justin's name so much now. I really, really do. It's what a difference a year has made. And I know how hard you work. I mean, people work hard, but you work a little bit differently hard than most. So I gotta thank you for all the work that you've done, because I definitely see the tide turning in regards to Justin. I really do. He's now being added to this list of just improprieties. It doesn't even count. It's just so wrong. Everything that's happened.
I'm so thankful for it. I mean, it's a bittersweet, right? Because I've been in this for 5 years, but I feel so blessed and happy because I actually never thought that any of this type of support would happen.
Look at it now, huh?
What?
Look at it now.
I know now. I mean, I've just met so many amazing people and people who just like really have jumped on, like, the justice for him and talking to people. And I'm like, wow. I mean, just even Sunday was just amazing. My dad was so touched. And yeah, I mean, it's amazing. I think that, the focus really is like the Norfolk DA's office and all these same investigators. And, is it one case, 2 cases, 3 cases? I mean, how many more cases do we need for the general public to start to say, hey, there's something going on over there, right?
Yeah, the pattern for sure.
And, I mean, we have some things cooking. So hopefully we'll try to have some sort of standout collectively is what I'm hoping for in the next couple of weeks. So stay tuned. I'll definitely tell you about that. And then in solidarity, we're going to join LTL tomorrow for Enrique's standout in Dedham.
Yep.
I think it's just important that we all come together, right? All come together for the same purpose of justice, calling them out. I mean, we're educating the public too at the same time, right?
Yep.
So, yeah, it's amazing. It's a movement.
It's definitely that.
Yeah, for sure.
I say, people, this is a movement, and I've never seen anything like it. And anyway, I just think it's awesome.
So
I
Mike.
I want to go first. How did you get on Sean the Golf channel, by the way? How did you get on?
Okay,
we haven't been on there yet.
You know what? I don't know what it is. I don't remember exactly, right? But there was somebody who reached out to me on Twitter. Gotta love Twitter for like just connecting a lot of people, right? Hey, good morning. Oh, please pass the pepper. Yeah.
Awesome.
Please pass the pepper.
She's awesome.
She got one of these bags.
All right.
She posted it on Twitter. And she got some more gear. I'm like, thank you. So there was somebody who reached out and they were like, we already have the whole case. We've been looking into it, and I've told Sean all about it. So that's kind of how the connection was made.
Okay. All right. That's good.
Yeah, really, really good. And wait, can I just tell you something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ducky situation is so infuriating to me as a family member. Like, you literally spent more money and time than on my brother's 30-day investigation, probably on all the investigations combined. Unacceptable. Like, you want to get my blood boiling. That, like, just makes me nauseous to think, how dare you?
They took his trash.
Dare you?
They took his trash. They went through the guy's trash.
I mean, come on.
I know it was bad.
Like,
I know.
You're talking about people murdered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're going to put it in for duckies.
Yep.
Because
I mean, that just shows you right there. Like,
we hurt somebody's feelings, right? We hurt somebody's feelings, and they're going after them for that.
Right. Right. I mean, this is like not even about feelings anymore. It's about accountability. It's about our tax dollars. What are our tax dollars paid for?
And then we have the court case, the arraignment, and they don't even show up. You know, the people that are allegedly, you know, afraid or get the hurt feelings or whatever, that the cop doesn't show up, or the two victims allegedly don't go.
Yeah.
What is that all about? They didn't even show up. It's crazy. You're right, and good point. They spent all that money and spent so much little time and effort on Justin's case.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good point. Good point.
Somebody with like a massive amount of data and documents and just data, you have a lot of it, and you're very organized with it. What do you think about the bill of $170-something thousand to find out about Enrique's class of graduating class at the State Police Academy?
Oh yeah, I was talking to Anne Marie about that last night because I was like,
I don't even know what they would charge you with what you have. Like,
no, like
I thought about you right away.
Well, this is the thing. Like, Anne Marie did a public records request to the Boston Police, and we wanted to see all the correspondence between Brigham and Women's and the Boston Police. Well, she got a $16,000 or $18,000, and I'm like, okay, so I hear this number last night, and I'm like, okay, so they clearly don't want us to have it. I mean, what? Like, come on, it can't be that much. I mean, it's not that much money. And let's just remind them that these are public records.
Mm-hmm.
We have a right to the public records. It's for the public good. You shouldn't. I actually would have to look into the details. Like, if that's for the public good, I don't know if they can charge that much or even charge.
No, they're allowed to charge for materials because they cost like the paper.
Yeah.
And labor at a reasonable charge to have a secretary put it together. I've been down that road. So they can legally do that. However, the loophole is you're allowed to view them. So you can do a public records request.
Yeah.
And say that you want to view them and you're looking for a date and a time to view them. And they have to provide them.
Oh, hey,
yes.
I like that. That's
and they may try and charge you for pulling it all together, to pull that data together, but that should be waived. Public, they're getting paid one way or the other. Doesn't matter what they're doing. They're gonna go walk home with a check for the day.
But they want to redact it, right?
Oh.
A lot of times there's all this redaction.
Okay.
And that's a problem, and it takes up a lot of time.
But here's the problem: that when I fought something similar to this in New Bedford, it was all about the contamination. I had a stack of books that was as high as me from the ground. I stacked them up, and the stack of books was as high as me. So it's all data about like drilling holes, and this is what we found in the hole, and this is the chemical they found in it, and this is what's bad, and this is what it'll do to you. So they will absolutely throw just a massive amount of paper at you when you do a public records request. You'll get blank pages, and they'll charge you for them, like 40 cents a page or something.
You'll even get other cases sometimes.
You got to be careful with that because they'll send you stuff because they just throw paper at you just to make the cost go up.
Yeah.
So that's one of the tricks they do.
They also do that in the legal cases too, right?
Right.
Let's just send them 10,000 documents. Like, are the lawyers really going to look through every single sheet? I mean, I know I would, but they do that too. It's just.
So how do we get Justin's case open again? Active, not looked at, not me. It's somewhere. We're working. No, like active. Like, how do we do this?
So the way that I've looked at it to be reopened for a criminal investigation, right? is we need someone of, like Andrea Campbell's office, which I know they're not going to do anything. She has the power.
Attorney General.
The U.S. Attorney General, Joshua Levy's office.
Yep.
So, I'm trying to make some contact over there just to, get in the door, just to talk to them. It's very infuriating when, you meet with Maura Healey and you meet with Andrea Campbell's team and you drop Michael Proctor's name, you drop Norfolk DA and Morrissey. Like, I want to write them and be like, so do you still feel the same way? Are you still you actually think that their investigation was adequate? Because I look at it, and by the way, I went down a rabbit hole getting ready for Sean. And I start looking at Garino, and I'm realizing Garino was in charge of the digital evidence collection for Brookline. And then I'm looking and I'm like, okay, well, now there's an AT&T video. And I'm thinking, I never saw the AT&T video. And now, got some public records requests in because we want to see that video. I mean, where are the Chase ATM videos? I mean, there was 2 on the, on the ATM, the actual, key, whatever it's called. And then there was one at the Chase branch, which was just across the parking lot. So now I'm like, oh, Garino. I'm like, okay. Yeah. Okay. So, things make more sense.
That's a big rabbit hole with him. He's been tied into a lot of different things lately. Oh yeah.
Yeah. And you just go down the rabbit hole, and the more you go down it, you're like, oh my God.
Sean LeGolf knows a lot about Garino. Oh yeah.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we just have to, unify more and get out there and educate the public, because, the more of us that get involved, the more of us that show up. I just want to tell you, 2 people that watched Sean on the golf show, 2 different gentlemen came to the standout. One of them said, if I had stayed home on the couch, I would have beat myself up. I was so upset. Right. And so he came, he was nervous, but I was like, look, we're all very welcoming because we're all here for the same purpose, expose, educate, and then call for demands of, accountability through independent investigations with independent fact finding. Okay. Probably for me, my position is law enforcement that has no ties to Massachusetts law enforcement. There's just too much going on.
Too close. Everyone knows everybody.
Too close for comfort. But there are some really great either retired, law enforcement officers in other states who have investigative services, and they do these big reports. And, it would be great if we could say, I'm just thinking out loud now while we're talking, if we had something like that could do that by looking at the Norfolk DA's office. I mean, that would be
God,
very...
we can't get an audit in Canton. You want to audit the DA's office?
Oh, I was just talking about if we had an outside party that just is auditing and looking at the Norfolk DA's office. I mean, wow, wouldn't that just be powerful?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
it would be great. Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah. So if we can just the thing is the only hope that I see happening is that either the DA Morrissey, once he's out of office and there's someone new in office, they, I would obviously try to have a meeting with them and talk about and show all the things that are wrong, that call for an independent investigation. And, they could do it, of course. They could say, you know what, you're right. But, they're probably going to pick some sort of independent prosecutor where it's no, I want independent fact finding. I want people who are actually going to ask the questions. In the interviews, how could you never ask, what was Justin's condition? What did you see? Did you see blood all over him like the EMT did? Right? We need those types of independent fact finding, because that's where it's at. People who actually are interested in the truth.
I got 2 questions.
Yes.
And one of these, the person just couldn't believe it. I think it was Kerry. I was talking to Kerry about it. When he fired the first encounter with Justin, that first police officer, he pulled his gun out and he fired 5 rounds? or 7 and
Yes,
5.
the one that approached him on the sidewalk.
Yes.
Yes.
That wasn't his police issued weapon, was it?
It was, well, they say it was another officer's department issued firearm.
But the gun he used to shoot Justin wasn't the gun that the police department issued him.
That is not
right?
his. It was not his issued gun. And also, when he was interviewed, he stated it was a 45, and his issued firearm for 13 years is a 40 caliber.
40. Yeah.
So that's a big deal. And then we know that Buchanan found the 8 bullets the next day in the bush from that particular officer's gun. So, I mean, that just brings up a lot of questions.
Hey, he's got great aim, doesn't he? Put all 8 bullets in the
literally
like that.
When you're 4 or 5 feet from somebody who's already just on the ground, you have, that same, and a lot of people should know that same officer from Boston was also involved in the shooting in Brookline. So he shot 8 bullets in Brookline, and he looks and appears to be the closest. Hold on. You know me and my pictures.
Yeah. Yep.
Here we go. So
yeah, he's right there.
Wait.
Yep.
That.
Right there. That guy.
Oh, you see the bush. This is how you can tell how close it is. And I actually brought quite a few people. Like, look at me. I'm like, wait, what do I do? You can see.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Right there. Like
the bush. So see that bush?
Yeah.
I mean, come on. And
he's right on top of him. Wow.
They're like
the rounds didn't go in the bush. The rounds went down. Yeah.
They're on top.
Yep. All right.
Oh my God.
Did you get a medical report from the medical examiner?
Oh, this is what I wanted to say to somebody on there. If you do a little bit of a deep dive in the length of time that it takes to get a full autopsy report from the chief medical examiner's office, it appears to look with like when I was looking into Justin's, because it took about a year. Don't get me wrong, MSP was also there too, right? And they leave with their preliminary report. And so that's kind of what you have. I mean, the public was told that Justin was shot 26 times. No, he was shot 26 times to the body, 4 to the right hand, 1 to the left hand, and 5 graze shots. So that's 36 shots. But it does take a while. So I started to look at how long it takes, and it looks like it's about a year. And I think they have such a delaying that they might, like when I was looking into it, you could lose your accreditation because you're not like putting them, they're backed up, right? They're probably like short staffed and all that.
Yeah. I'm going to show you something. And Mike, maybe you can read this for all of us.
Okay.
I looked at.
Dr. Mindy J. Hull of the state's chief medical examiner earned $429,687.
I never heard of that name before.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
I haven't either.
Mindy Hull is the chief medical examiner in Massachusetts. I looked up just to pay. Mike, $429,000.
Wow.
$500,000.
Wow. There's a lot of people making a lot of money in that office. It looks like.
You think that's important? You think people will
for that kind of money? It's a lot of money. Yeah.
See, obviously, I think what that happens is, they have to look at the dead body before it starts decomposing.
Right.
So they just do a preliminary. But I mean, if you're writing the report and finishing it like 8-9 months later, I really prefer someone to like get to it and fresh, right? You got the pictures, you just looked at the body, different little nuances can come to mind. You know what I mean? Like it shouldn't be taking that long. But they're going to say they're backed up and they're so Justin's medical examiner was Christina Stanley.
I wonder what she made last year.
Oh yeah. Okay. I'm like, Amber, watch and tell us what she made last year.
Rabbit hole.
I see them out.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, that's
Mike, she makes $1,600 a day.
Oof.
Yeah, I mean, if you are a family and you want to get like a second autopsy, and we're talking about a more, in-depth autopsy, they're around $15,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
You paid about $5,000 for this expert to tell us how many holes were in his body.
Simple like that, right?
Yeah, but she did a detailed analysis, took pictures, and she has her stuff. But we didn't want her to do the full 15,000. I mean, because you're like,
right,
right. That, especially when it's independent and it's a family paying for it, just so they can get the right answers.
So you saw that they changed Sandra Birchmore from a suicide to a homicide, right?
Yes.
Do you think they'll change Justin's status by any chance? Or is that just too far of a stretch for them to go?
That would be the goal.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, that's the goal, and I'm open to it. But just knowing a lot of how the intricacies of the system and the powers that be and the way they work,
right.
It's going to be very hard to attain that. I think once there truly is an investigation, truly looking at that officer from Boston, and his all along, there's things that tell you that he knew certain things, and so once we have that, then it's like then they could open it for a criminal investigation. Wow. And then I don't know if a lot of people know this, but in actually Massachusetts, like when it's an officer involved shooting and when they shoot and kill someone, they're 99.9% all the time going to be justified. So in Massachusetts, in the last 30 years, there's only been one case. It got tried, and I think it was about 2 years ago in November. They went through the trial, so he got charged. But because of qualified immunity, which means all you have to say is "I'm afraid for my life," literally.
Right.
That's all. It's about what you just have to say. I was afraid. That's it. Nobody. You can't test it. You can't say, "Oh, well, this was going on." No, I was afraid for my life, or somebody else's. That trial happened, and the jury didn't, hold them accountable. So, but that again, I think is a qualified immunity. The judge gave them directions and said, was it reasonable for him to be afraid?
Yeah, but in that case, how many shots were fired as opposed to Justin's case?
Yeah, Justin's case is holy. I mean, I'm still in shock. I mean, I do a lot of talking about it, but in those moments, sometimes when it really hits me, I'm like, it blows my mind. Yeah. You do 15 shots at a hospital, busy setting, extremely scary because bullets ricochet everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And, obviously the valet got, shot in the head and he's lived. And then you're thinking 31 shots in Brookline. That's with hands down excessive force. And excessive force puts us all in danger.
Yep.
People can talk, I'm going to go on a thing. People can get into all they want to, whatever, justify whatever happened in Boston. I don't care which way you slice and dice it. In Brookline, hands down, dude on the ground covered in blood with a woman at his side. She's not scared. Yep. And you're going to tell me 6 officers with guns are scared and they got that close to him? No, That's not how they're trained. They're supposed to take cover. They're supposed to assess a situation. And I want to say to people in Brookline, Chestnut Hill is a, posh area.
Yeah.
Where was the outrage? Where was that is not acceptable. And partly that has to do with the one-sided self-serving narrative they put out in the public. My brother shot this guy in Boston. He took out a gun in Chestnut Hill. I want to make it clear, everybody. He had nothing in his hands. Nothing. He had shots to his right hand, one through and through, all the way through. That means nothing was in his hands.
I don't know how he drove.
Oh, gosh.
So
you guys are going to get me all charged up early in the morning. Hey, Friday.
Sorry.
Oh, no. I feel most alive, honestly, when I get, talk about.
What happened? Listen, what happened in Brookline, right? That there's no excuse can ever be done for that. None. So I 100% agree with you there. There's just,
and that I truly believe if anybody were to actually have all the missing videos and the video that should have had the pit maneuver, 3 of them that all skipped at the same time. I think that if someone really truly looked at all of those things, they might have a different interpretation.
Well,
'Cause
again,
I know I certainly do.
hence the reason why me and Mike are out there with my camera, right? We're trying to show everyone the world what's really going on. And hopefully some people have seen it, right? Some
Right.
people can't see it. No matter how hard you try and show it, write it, paint a picture, they just can't.
Yeah, no, they can't. And,
But,
and that's
you know,
how it is. It's the world, right? We have, all these different types of people, all these different ways that people want to look and process information. But I think that there's definitely more now of an awakening of, questioning the narrative.
what's justice for you? Where is your end on this?
I've been processing that a lot because obviously Justin's case, died in the appeals court, the civil suit. And, there's 3 judges, 2 who typically rule the way that they did. They gave the officers qualified immunity, but they also ignored significant credibility issues. They made inferences and did all sorts of things that's more the jury function. And one judge got it. We're now at the file with the U.S. Supreme Court. So November 15th, there'll be a filing, sort of a rebuttal from the defendants. I'm looking at that and I'm thinking to myself, at the end of the day, my brother doesn't come back. No matter what I do, he's never coming back. And do I think that this system is set up for justice the way I want to see justice? No. And I started to think, because this all started to happen right before Karen's trial, and I could have never envisioned and imagined what this has veered into. Justice is having the truth told. I want the truth told. I want people to know who my brother was, and that he had people that loved him, and he has people who miss him. And he suffered from mental illness, and it's not a crime. And if someone is at a hospital and there's 4 mental health centers or facilities right in that area, I expect the utmost of care and concern and, people not escalating the situation. That's it.
They have to know the environment that they're in. And they were oblivious to it because to them it was just a detail. They were just getting paid. Didn't care about whatever. The guy didn't even care if he had his own weapon. That to me is a big problem.
That particular officer does a lot of details at Brigham and did the night before.
So he was tired. He was so tired he grabbed the wrong gun.
He was tired. He probably was like, "Oh, this dude didn't listen. It's comply or die."
Right.
And then the adrenaline. I don't even understand. Because I started to say, can police literally have a shootout and literally get in their cars and drive somewhere else? I would think that there would be a policy in place that, that there's 25 other people responding. You stay put, because you don't want people who have that adrenaline going in them, because they're going to make decisions.
Based on their, right.
That's
a great thing, Jen. I never thought about that. If you have a discharge and you come in, you get backup, you should stay right there on the scene. You should never leave.
Yes.
Ever. No,
and also, I would not like people to engage in high-speed chases, because we know that Justin started out very slow, and I showed the video on Sean's show. It started out very slow. It was escalated every step of the way by the way that the Boston police handled it. And I don't know what the point of this, but I'm just, it's unbelievable how it all happened. Oh, the engaging in high-speed chases. A lot of people don't know those numbers, right? So just so you know, the Washington Post averages that about 1,200 people are shot and killed by the police a year. So that's about 3 people a day. But what they don't think about, what about all the people who've been hurt, right? And they're still living, or the people who've been tased, or the people who've been hogtied, or the people who've died because of a high-speed chase. That's not necessary this day and age. You have drones. You can run
cameras.
You can run a license plate simply, especially when you're behind a car going slowly. 5 cars. You can run a plate. You can figure out who people are. So there's no that puts people in danger too. And people have died. I can't remember her name, but there's somebody in Massachusetts, a couple people who have died because of the high-speed chases, and you don't hear about them.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
So
I heard there's a new way to do high speed chases where the officers can shoot a dart into the back of the car now and just track it electronically.
Yep.
Yes, even that, Mike. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's, like, there's all these different ways that you
Yep.
we don't have to put people in danger, because it's like, for what?
Most states call off the state police on high speed chases now. Let them go.
Yep.
And they just track either helicopter
Liability.
or
Yeah.
Yep.
But wait, can I just say, like, how did that marathon bomber guy in Watertown make it out?
They found, yeah.
My brother, like, I used to always be like, did they think he was the freaking Bionic Man, or did he think he was like he was a marathon bomber? I'm like, I was floored with how many police, and I was like,
Yeah.
I'm looking at him like, what? Like,
they opened up.
You ready for this, guys?
Yeah.
And how many cops were chasing Justin? How many? How many cop cars were behind him? The audience is going to laugh. And I hate to say this, but how many were behind him?
well, this is Tom. I think there were more than what I even know.
Oh,
I know for sure.
maybe 15, 20?
Well, I know for sure. Okay, I know for sure that, because I can just see them on the thing, but I only get little clips of the chase down the highway. I tried to get the full ones because I want to see the rest of the people, right?
Right.
No, can't do that. So at least 5 were immediately behind him, and then 2, I think 1 for sure, Brookline police officer, because I can see Brookline police, and then 2 looking like they're coming from Brookline Village, 2 undercovers. So that's like 8. And then you had multiple, at least 5 to 10 more that just arrived like a minute after. I mean,
all right. So everybody, you ready? These cops are behind him, lights, sirens. Woo, doo, doo, you know, he was driving a Prius.
wait, no, it was a Chevy Volt, but
Volt.
it's
I'm
a
sorry,
it's
Chevy
an
Volt.
electric car.
Right, 13-inch tires, guys. He's not getting in a BMW or a Corvette. You know, he's in a Chevy Volt. He's not going far. I promise. They knew who he was. Got in his car, and
I mean, listen, he was afraid for his life. I mean,
oh God, yes.
Huntington Ave going so slow, and to have a violent, like someone crashing into you. I mean, he probably thought they were going to kill him.
They did. He was right.
He was right. Yeah.
So, and I also think he was bleeding out while he was going. This is why he do that.
Yeah,
sort of
I think so too.
Because he probably was like, there was 2,000 cc's of blood documented from a responding EMT.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure he was just on autopilot, because anyone that gets into altercation like that, you just go. You're just on your own. And that's what we see as the cops on autopilot and their reactions. This isn't a personal guy didn't wake up that day and say, I'm going to shoot somebody. No, but he was in the moment, and that moment took him over. He lost control of the moment. Well, a lot of people did. The moment took them, and this is the end result. We need to figure out a way to keep that from happening. And a great idea is, if you discharge your weapon, you don't leave. I think that's a great idea, because your adrenaline, when you pull your weapon out, your adrenaline is beyond going. And if nothing happens after, you get an adrenaline dump after. I mean, you sweat like out of, you feel yourself sweat between your toes all at once. Your body it's amazing. So it's a real thing.
Yeah, I believe it. Definitely. Yeah.
Do we have the radio transmissions during the chase?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
So Sean did a show prior to me coming on, and that was actually the audio of the Brigham and Women's dispatch with 911 dispatch.
Okay.
So I always like to say that's very different from what Boston Police Dispatch was, sending to their responding officers.
Right.
So different signals.
It's different signals, but it's different information, right? Because we always want to know, what did the officers know? Right. So that's what's important. Obviously it's very concerning to hear all of the Brigham response, because it's like, I mean, yes, we would hope that something would be different. I'd also like something to be changed about how police respond to an area where there is, a hospital and mental health facilities right there. I mean, if you have a security guard from 60 feet away from across the street and they know it's a toy, and I'm not saying, and by the way, I've never known my brother to carry any of that. I knew he had them at his house, but I never knew him to carry that. And I'm surprised, right? But I also am thinking he had PTSD from some of his interactions with Boston police, because when they take you down to be sectioned to the hospital, it's traumatic.
Oh yeah, they strap you down. You can't do nothing. You lose this again. You lose your freedom. They take your freedom, and that is a big thing, especially in a moment like that where you need a hug, not a stretcher.
Right. You don't need guns.
Right.
If you had a conversation, like I always think to myself, like, dude, just had a conversation. Like my brother probably would have
just wanted to talk. He just wanted to talk to him. That's it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
All right.
I will keep you up to date with next standouts, and then for people who are around, come to Dedham tomorrow, 10 to 12. It's the same spot that the standard weekly Sunday.
You can't miss them. Legacy Place.
Hey, you can't miss them. Come out in solidarity, even if you don't have a sign. I'm sure someone will have a sign for you.
Yep. Doesn't matter.
Everybody's very friendly. So if you're feeling a little shy, whatever, just come up to some of us. We're going to talk to you. We're going to introduce you to everyone. And, we're now, a community.
Right.
And you're growing. You're getting bigger.
And growing, and it's a movement.
I'm glad you brought that up, because there are people at home, Mike, that they're afraid. They're actually scared. Because they don't know anybody, right? Please, if you're at home and I'm at a function, or Jen or Anne Marie or Mike, please come down and at least say hi to us, and we'll introduce you to other people, because there's some really good people in this movement. Just knowing them have made my life better.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Really, it's awesome.
It really truly is, to know that people care, and they care so much, and even just to care to leave your house and come down.
Right.
Yeah. Encourage it. We will welcome you with open arms.
Yep.
Hey, I love it, man. Nice to see you again.
Nice. It's good to see you.
And probably see you tomorrow. We're gonna try and get down there.
Oh, great. Okay.
Thank you again. We'll talk to you, Jen.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Sure.
All right, Mike.
Well, thanks for having her on, man. I know that we were supposed to do it last week, and we ran into some issues, but
listen, again, we do what we can, right? We had a phone call. We had a great phone call. That's
we're growing. So, great show. I'm gonna let you close it out. I'm gonna get out of here. I'll talk to you.
Later.
All right.
Hey, tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll go live.
It'll be a party.
Oh yeah. So John Como, all right, on X. Yeah. Get a hold of him. All right.
Or just subscribe to the channel, and when I go live, you'll get notified.
Oh, snap.
Something simple like that. Just saying.
And good job to Brandy and Turtle Boy last night. That was awesome.
Excellent.
Really nice part of the story that a lot of people didn't really know. And thanks for the information. And I'll talk to you guys. I'll see you, Tommy.
Out, bud. All right. Hold on. I got a call. Let's see something here. Hello? I'm well, and you? Can you? Excellent. Can you people in the chat hear Laura from New Jersey? Can you guys hear her? So make sure. Me too. I don't know if I have to share the screen. Yes.
Thing here.
Sure.
About when I saw what Turtle Boy said and about this Kate Peters video, that she went on and said what she said about Turtle Boy and how she alerted the authorities to what was going on, what she thought was going on with him with the witness intimidation.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just say something about Kate Peters. You have to be very careful with a person like that. Seems to me that she admitted that how much she hates Turtle Boy. I'd be very careful because she seems to me to be a little psychotic. And people that hurt and that hate themselves and their lives and how they handle themselves will hurt other people. And I don't mean let me rat Turtle Boy out. I mean, gotta watch out. People have kids up there.
Oh, I see where you're coming from. Absolutely, you're right. Because we don't know the world that we actually living in, right? And
Well,
people that are maybe a little on the edge, I may be upset. She actually went to his house. You realize that? She went to his
yes,
house. She don't live nowhere
yes.
near the guy.
I get that. And that's why I say that. When I saw that the other day, the little snippet of it, of her saying how much she hates him, how many people do you know that are going to come out and say they actually hate somebody and
Well,
mean it?
It's kind of easy. I mean, I can say I hate Kate Peter. I can say
Well,
that because of her actions.
because of what she's done.
Correct. Not
She's,
as much as for who she is.
mm-hmm.
That in itself has my own. I don't agree with some of that, but her actions are absolutely not beneficial to anybody, and the end result is just to let someone be in pain or suffer. So
Yeah.
to her, it's fun. But when it gets done to the other side, it's not fun, and they're very unhappy. And I lost my long-term disability, so I have no qualms with people pulling the trigger on that. That's my own personal opinion. I'm not condoning it. I'm not saying
Right.
do it, but hey, they did it to me, right? They did it to other people. They did it to Janelle, and to have someone like Kate insert herself into something as this is a murder trial of a Boston police officer, John O'Keefe.
Yeah.
He's a police officer.
Yeah.
You can leave his name out. This is a murder of a police officer. Now, all the evidence we see shows one thing, but yet she believes something else based on her hate.
Yeah. Wow. And that's unfortunate because none of what she believes is true. Understand where that's coming from, where she's concerned. She's a hurt little girl. I don't know what her parents did to her when she was growing up, but she's continued whatever that is into the future, and into her kids, and into her life, and into the people in her life.
I think her parents actually tried to help her. If I read the documents right, I think they were the ones trying to help her get her act together, and she just didn't care. Whatever.
Yeah. All I have to say is, thank God I live in New Jersey, and the reason I say that is because I know me.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be in jail. I'd be getting witness intimidations. I'd be beating the hell out of people. Because I know me. I don't stand for that crap.
Nowadays, all you gotta do is have a rubber duck. That's it, and you're in trouble.
Well,
a rubber duck.
I shouldn't say this, but I'm going to say it. You know how they have those reviews on like Yelp and Google and about restaurants and stuff like that?
Yep.
I left a song on one of those things for this particular restaurant. So everybody can sing to the Rubber Ducky song.
Okay.
Because I can't do anything from New Jersey.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But actually just watching, supporting, and calling in, like your call means a lot to me. So you support me. I go out and I do what I do for you guys. So it all works. Like we're all working together to get to the goal. Right. And how we go about it isn't the same as how she would go about it. I mean, if she's involved with Aiden losing his freedom, if she's involved in that process and they violated his rights, she's done.
I think in the end, you're going to find out exactly what happened. I know you're going to find out exactly what happened. And what's going to happen is the people that were involved with that, starting from Kate Peters all the way down or up, whichever way you want to put it, It's all going to come full circle.
So-
The problem is that the wheels of justice turn very, very slowly.
Right.
And we may be sitting here in 6 months, a year and a half from now, and you're going to see how it's going to come together. I truly believe and have faith that everybody involved is going to get their dues one way or another.
So
Everybody.
you're in New Jersey, right?
Yeah.
How is the new state police guy that we have up here? They came from down there. What do you know about him? Do you know anything?
Well, good luck to you, Boston.
Oh, not what I wanted to hear.
Have a nice day. As we say down here, have a nice day. Good luck to you because New Jersey.
Yeah.
Look at the crap that has here. I, in particular, myself, I live in a small town, 10,000 people. I have had a couple of run-ins with the police, but not for typical reasons. Like, I live across the street from a baseball field that has 5 fields in it, and we have a parking issue. We have people peeing in our yards, and I've called the cops. I live in front of a fire lane. People park all the time. You got to call the cops just to get them out of the fire lane. I don't care if you park on top of one another in the park, but don't park in the fire lane.
Right.
And I have had it out with these cops to the point that this past summer, I was sitting on my porch with a friend of mine eating Mr. Softy, and 2 cop cars rolled in hot. I was like, what the hell are they doing? There was a woman across the street in the park who can't stand me. And because her son is always in the baseball field playing ball. She called the cops and told the cops that I was running back and forth on my porch, flipping my middle finger and screaming at the 12-year-olds that were playing baseball in the field.
Wow. And
I was like, what are you talking about? And the cop said to me, well, do you have ID? And I said, everybody's got ID. You're not getting my ID. And the other cop that was standing next to him, what he roll around and say? Of course. Well, if you don't give us your ID, you're going to get arrested. I said, yeah, I'm going to get arrested. I said, come on up my porch and get me.
Wow.
Come on up my porch and get me.
So, all right. So I thought we'd be in probably good hands. But then again, maybe it's good that we have him because he knows corruption, right? So maybe he'll see it and fix it.
Yeah, but you know what the thing is? You know what? You might get that in the first year's worth. I don't know what's going to happen after that, but I do believe the state police in New Jersey, I don't know much about them, to tell you the truth, but I believe that they were overviewed by some organization and they got sanctioned for some things that were happening, especially on the New Jersey Turnpike.
Well, that's, yeah.
I don't know. I haven't looked into it yet.
That's probably an overtime thing.
It could be.
Cruises. Yeah.
It could be. It's unfortunate because from my personal view, I'm all about good policing.
Right.
1,000%.
And that's what exactly. You're absolutely right. Good policing.
I am not an advocate for this blue line on the flag stuff.
Okay.
When you take a blue line, a black line, a rainbow colored line, or whatever color line other than what's on that flag originally, and you tells me that, number one, no matter what I say to you, you are not going to either do anything about it, you're not going to say anything about it, nothing's going to happen, because your first priority is not to me as the people salary, it's your brothers in blue. And the brothers in blue, you guys can go. I don't want to say, but
they know. Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's unfortunate because you can't really get to know a cop. You can't get to know a cop. You don't even. Half the cops that we have a very small police department. 20 cops.
Okay.
I know three officers' names out of the 15 years that I've lived here.
Wow. Well,
and it's a small community.
Yeah. Wow.
But yeah, well, good luck with your new guy up there. I hope it goes well for you.
We're doing our best. And again, thank you so much for supporting us and just being here for us, because makes it all happen.
Yeah. You have to make the wrongs in the world right.
At least
You
try,
can't,
right?
you have to try. You can't make them all right, but you know what? You got to start somewhere. And look where you've started, like with your community oversight people. Look where one person started. Look where Rita started with one little thing,
Right.
and look where you are in a year and a half.
I know.
It's only going to get better. It's only going to be all good. It's going to be better, and you're going to come out of this fine. I know it.
Excellent. Well, thank you again so much from New Jersey. That's just
Okay.
loving it.
Okay, Tom.
Thank
You take
for the
care.
call.
Love you.
Love you too, my dear. Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye. All right. Now that, I'm sorry, that's badass. To be able to talk to my fans and my people like that, like I get to talk to you guys. Like, does it get better? It can't. Like, wow. You know, people, we got something special here. We got a lot of good people. A lot of good people. Great group of people. Talented. And we all believe in our core that Karen's innocent. And we believe that the DA is just doing some bad stuff. We'll fix it. That's all we can do is try and never give up. And man, please say your prayers for everybody, because you know, John's passing affects John's family. It affects Karen, her family, you know. Enrique affects their whole family. The ripples are just, they keep going. Sandra Birchmore and her baby. So, yeah. Thank you all for being here. I love each and every one of you. And tomorrow, members only, I'm pretty sure. Gonna do the Halloween parade in Canton tomorrow. That's gonna be fun. And I'm not sure what Sunday is. Something might be Sunday. I'm not sure, but we'll figure it out. So please like, please subscribe. Like the pumpkin? That was my nickname, Pumpkinhead. So yeah, so please like, subscribe. Hold on, I got one more call. One more call, guys. Hold on with me. Hold on. Hi, Kathy. Good. Let me see if I can.
Town in the Midwest in Missouri. Let me turn my TV down. Sorry.
That's okay.
But I love what you all are doing so much.
Well, thank you for watching us. Because I mean, if it wasn't for you people, we would probably like stop, or we wouldn't have, we wouldn't get the results that we're getting.
The power of love that all of you have for everybody that you're supporting is just incredible. And thank you all. And I hope someday to come up there when it's a little warmer.
It's beautiful in the spring, just a heads up. In the fall,
okay.
But the winters, I could probably do without,
Correct. Yes,
it does get
me
cold
too.
But listen, thank you so much for supporting us and just listening and being here for us. Because I mean, I do it for you guys, and to have you guys call in and just me touch base with you. And even when someone comes up to me at a standout and they talk to me, it's flattering and it goes right to my core of my heart. So, I mean, I'm just blessed to have all you guys here, and yeah, I mean, we got this. Makes my job so much easier when I have you guys in it,
I loved having coffee and listening to you. And is it Mike? I think, right?
Yep. Me and Mike.
Austin Mike.
Yep. So there'll be more of that. You'll see.
All right. Have a great day. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for the call. I appreciate it.
Free Karen Reed, free everybody, justice for all.
Thank you. My God. Thank you. Have a good weekend.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Wow. again, right? Yeah. I love you guys. You guys make this all worth it. Real quick, 2-star comments. Toots gifted 1 membership. Thank you so much. And please pass the pepper. Good morning, all. Justice for Justin. You know that. And we're not going to quit on that. So, everybody, again, I mean, I just love you guys. All of it. And no, I'm not going live tonight. I'm not, unfortunately. But yeah, you guys are the best. I love you all. And we'll catch you tomorrow at maybe Halloween costume type of a thing. Maybe. Have a good day, everybody.